of our community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Hello and welcome everyone to another fantastic Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. I remembered that. It is a fantastic Wednesday here on the Exploding Dice channel. My name is Astrid and I am your host and dungeon master for the evening, and we are getting ready to play some Iron Gods. But before we do, thank you so much to Hitch for the host. Thank you, Firebringer, for the cheers with the I 1-bit Iron Gods. Thank you guys. If you guys don't know Hitch, by the way, he is a good friend and a fantastic variety streamer. He plays retro games. He plays Minecraft with his community, and he's just a really cool guy. Thank you, Punk Emma. Also, thank you guys for the hosts. You guys are awesome. We like to host Hitch all the time, so go check him out if you have not. But we are I'm going to say hi before we dive into our announcements to our cast, who are muted right now, but they are welcome to unmute themselves anytime they want. How are you guys doing?
Terrible.
Good.
That was all at once, and I'm just going to assume that it said terrible, right?
Yes.
Because that's what it sounded like.
That's about right.
That's pretty much how we roll around here. Real quick, you guys want to introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, and who you will be playing today. And we'll start with you, Petra.
Sure. Hello everyone. I'm Petra. I'm back. And just like the last, Zach, what did you say? It's episode 5.
It's 5 now. Yeah.
5.
Yeah. And so for the 5th time, I'll be playing Robin, an ex-bounty hunter who spent the last decade or so in the big city of Chesed. And then the last job she took didn't quite work out so well, and that made her go back to her hometown, Torch. And now she's under the earth, underground, on a spaceship, surrounded by a bunch of weirdos. And
hey, who you calling a weirdo?
Eating paste out of a tube?
Oh yeah, we did that.
now we're being weirdos together and fighting against plant monsters and listening to the lovely screams of those who are tortured.
Yeah.
Yep.
This
is not Writhing Moon. But...
music to some. Of course, you could see that big gravestone right next to her means that Scott is dead today, unfortunately. We're saving up our money for a raise dead ritual, but we are actually
rise.
We're kind of broke around here, so we may have to go with the occult route for that. Juju zombie or something like that. Yeah, there's
stronger side effects, but it'll work.
They're not cheap, I tell you, man. The necromancers these days that are unionized, and they
you don't have to tell me. I know
union,
all about it.
Union rates are so high. Oh, man.
But next to him, of course, we have Zach.
Hello.
Who Hitch wants your hair.
Hitch wants my hair.
Yes.
Well,
as do we all, really. I mean, it's an unspoken thing, but we all really do.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if you really want it. It's a lot. You have to. It's like having a pet on your head. You have to make sure it's doing okay. You have to feed it. You have to.
Do you sculpt it?
Take it for walks. Yeah, actually, like when I comb it out, it's all like, and then I have to go like, boop, 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 and then it's all good. Calms down. But yeah, I'm Zach. I will be playing tonight Bolus Figboot, a very old, ornery dwarf who has a very hard crush on Dolga, which you will learn about once we get out of this godforsaken place that we're in right now.
At this place, he's no longer interested in saving his people. He just wants to make out with a hot female dwarf.
Dolga.
I just want to see Dolga.
I want her back.
So yes, Bolus Figboot or Figboot is a druid responsible for healing the party when they run amok and get hurt, and also responsible for his quarterstaff, which has been appropriately called the actual quarterstaff Shia LaBeouf. And it has magical powers. He has a fig in his boot, and that's all you need to know.
I'm still finding out how we're gonna make that an emote. I don't know exactly how it's gonna happen, but it has to at some point.
Can you use like any picture?
I guess.
Just use what
Just Shia LaBeouf.
No, Scott I think sent something the other day, a while ago.
I
don't
remember.
It was like a plant. It was like a plant growing out of a boot.
Oh no, that's that's the fig boot. No, I meant the quarterstaff Shia LaBeouf.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's Photoshop a quarterstaff with Shia LaBeouf's face on it.
We'll see.
Is that copyrighted?
I don't know. We'll see if we can get it past the emote board of approval. Last but not least, we have Tiger hanging out. What's going on, my friend?
Nothing much is going on with you.
Just dying of the plague, as you do.
Yeah, I understand that quite a bit. I will be playing Karak Stormcleave. She is a half-orc barbarian. I'm trying to remember. I'm a little stirred right now.
So I have something. I don't.
Playing a character. Where do we leave off? Half-orc barbarian. She is just trying to save up and continue to get rid of her life of barbarianism. She grew up in the fighting pits, and when she finally bought her freedom, realized technically, the contract nobody could read. She was free 10 years ago. So she's just trying to find her way and earn a living, not beating the shit out of things. But for right now, she's gonna beat the shit out of things.
Beat the things out of the shit.
There we go.
Slightly messy, but we're gonna do it. Absolutely.
I can totally picture that.
That is our cast and crew for the evening, and we will get into our recap in just a second. But some quick announcements before we do. First of all, if you guys have not hit that retweet link already, please do. Dice Thulu has the link for you in chat, and he will gladly post it if you ask. Tell all your friends, share the channel, tell them you're hanging out here. And also, while you're at it, there is a giveaway link that Dice Thulu has for you, where he will inform you that we are currently giving away an entire set of Dwarven Forged dungeon tiles, which is really, really cool by itself, but it wasn't enough, and so I reached out to my friends over at Reaper Mini, and they decided that they would supply like $100 worth of Reaper Bones miniatures to go with your dungeon tiles. And just last night, we announced that Dwarven Forge has actually come on board and decided to sponsor us. I probably should have put their logos on this overlay, but I haven't. So let me find them and put them on. The Dwarven Forge has decided to get involved, and they would like to, or they are going to be supplying a second set of Dwarven Forge dungeon tiles. So you're going to get 2 full sets. That's like so many dungeon tiles. I don't even know where to... where to get it all. There we go. Logo number 1 is for Elderwood Academy, who is also another sponsor of the show for this month. So Dwarven Forge and Elderwood Academy. There we go. 2 logos. They're on screen right now. And go show them some love and thank them for being our sponsors. And also, if you're already following on Twitch and Twitter, that means you already have entries in the giveaway, so just go and claim them, and you might win. That is going to be ending at the end of the month. If you want some extra entries, by the way, you can hit that subscribe button and join us via GameWisp. It's just gamewisp.com/explodingdice. $5 a month not only gets you nat 20s and inspiration to use in the games that we run on here, you also get a Discord role and be a winner. I love it. That could be you. But also, GameWisp subscribers get 10 free entries in the giveaway. So, I mean, come on. You get so much stuff, and it's just $5 a month. And also, more perks are being added all the time. As always, if you enjoy the show and you want to support it, there is a donation banner right down below. You can give the players natural 20s, natural 1s. You can give them inspiration, a draw from the Harrow card deck to potentially give them a prophecy they must face in the future, or other kind of effects. All those donations are greatly appreciated, and they go to running the channel, as you can see in our monthly goal above. And as the paper below it says, every time we hit one of those either sub or donation goals, we will have a giveaway of something cool to supply you with. And the very last announcement is if you guys enjoyed Fuzzy Dice last night with Satine Phoenix, which I enjoyed greatly. It was a ton of fun.
bro.
Yeah. It was a ton of fun. We're going to be doing it all over again on Friday because on Friday, my friend Margaret Crone from Roll For It and Lost Initiative Show she's going to be stopping by for an extra episode of Fuzzy Dice, and it's going to be a blast. I can't wait. So definitely come by and check that out. Check your Streamlabs. Hold on. I got to check my Streamlabs. What's happening? What is happening? I don't.
Hey,
Hitch,
did you just see that?
What?
No,
Nothing.
Oh, yeah, Hitch. I don't see anything. So, so you'll have to either something didn't go through or I don't know. I missed it because I don't have anything in my Streamlabs. So that is it. Let's dive into our recap for the day. I should also remind you guys that all of the music, not the music you're hearing right now, but all of the ambient sound effects and music and all that good stuff that we play during the show to set the atmosphere and create the mood is brought to you by our amazing friends over at Sirenscape.
Sirenscape!
Yeah.
Sirenscape!
Or I forget. Oh, or Sirenscape, as we say it in the trade.
Sirenscape.
So that is so where did we leave off last week? Well, our party has been traveling through these spaceship ruins for quite a while now. They are on the trail of the missing councilman from Torch, Mr. Connor Bain, who went into the Black Hill Caves with multiple expeditions and disappeared on the last one. They're also searching, hopefully, for the reason why the bright purple flame that gives Torch its name has gone out. They have not found either to date, but they have found monsters aplenty, factions of people living in these caves, and other dangers to contend with down in the ruins of what appear to be a spaceship, an ancient spaceship that is buried in the ground under Torch. Our party fought through the horde of green halfling-like creatures, the Vegapygmies. They talked to an intelligent brain creature, and they fought robots, but now their current predicament is that they are holed up in a small lunch break room, it seems, where they are chowing down on food paste and trying to get an extended rest while they hear scraping and trudging and pounding sounds of robots and other things moving around the ship's deck just outside the chamber they're in, and somewhere deeper in the ship, the sort of tortured screams of someone being manhandled by something. That is pretty much where we left it off as our party is attempting to get this rest. Nothing has bothered you guys since you sat down other than the fact that there is this kind of continual noise of of things moving around and that screaming. So that is going to be the scene.
Do you have ambience for that?
I'm looking right now.
Or are you gonna do it yourself?
So Quinn wanted to take first.
I was talking about the screaming.
I have screams. I can get
Oh,
screams. You guys won't be able to hear them because you were like, I don't wanna hear sounds.
What were we gonna say?
We make
about
our own
Petra?
sounds.
Yeah.
Quinn wanted to take first rest. That's all I remember. If you want to go in order.
Oh, are we on watch?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, you guys are attempting to get an extended rest. I think some of you had already sort of set up a watch, but you'd eaten your food and you're kind of just holed up in this room, so you don't necessarily need to put someone on watch. You can if you want to, obviously.
Well, wouldn't we have to actually sleep for an extended rest to get everything?
Yeah, so the way an extended rest works is it's 8 hours of downtime of non-strenuous activity. You can obviously you can sleep for 6 of those hours, and you can like sit around for 2 basically.
What about Karok? She ate like how many? Like 20 of those tubes.
Dude,
She's probably sprawled out in the corner, moaning and groaning, and her stomach
Or
bloated
snorting.
from this.
Karak's stomach feels great. I don't know what you're talking about.
In game,
And
I
it
feel
wasn't-
great.
Oh yeah, in game I feel amazing. Karak's your depiction of Karak's stomach is my actual stomach. But it wasn't 20, it was more like 15. Get it right. I mean, come on.
Well, we had the. Is it just my imagination, or did Askren actually say that one of the tube is enough nutrition for one day? It's
Yes.
basically the Lambus
Yes.
spread effect.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you
no,
guys
sh-
had found a crate of like 100 of these food paste tubes, and they were enough to like they were labeled with images and I guess basic androphin, and one of them is essentially enough to support a person for most of a day.
Okay, I remember
I
that.
am no
that,
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, she a full person. I remember that Karak, when she started digging and didn't show any sign of food poisoning or sickness or whatever.
No, she had
that
she'd
I
eaten a couple.
dropped-
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin dropped about 10 of the paste into her backpack just to make sure that there's still a few left the
Yep.
next morning. And yeah, so Robin will definitely sleep at some point or another. But there are a couple of things that, well, I guess I want to clear up, and so
Yes.
she's going to, when it's her turn, she's going to sit on one of the tables and go through her notes that she's been taking all the while, as per usual, fiddling around with her amulet. And so she's going back in her notes, and before we came to those, we called them shadow people. They're not really shadow people. Those full human-sized golem emaciated people. We found in a nook, sort of like in a tiny side cave. We found this drawing on the wall, something like a charcoal drawing or something like that. And I know I had that Robin took a full sketch of that.
Yes.
But all I have written down is plants,
Okay.
three-legged creature, and emaciated person. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering
So you want?
if
Are you asking a question? Or you just are you asking me if what you have is accurate, or are you?
yeah, if it's accurate, and if I now realize that there's some kind of connection because I wrote down emaciated person between the drawing and those weird golem people.
Roll me
That would be-
an intelligence check. And let me find my rolls on here. Hold on. Properties.
Straight up intelligence check.
Yes.
18.
Okay. So the drawings that you have are one of the drawings is like seems to be twisted spiny plants. The other one seems to be a kind of hunched three-legged creature. And the other ones seem to be sort of these emaciated four-armed humanoids. As you sort of look back at the drawings of the things that you've taken, it's fairly easy to recognize that these three-legged creatures look a lot like the repair robots that you've had to face recently.
Okay.
Obviously the four-armed humanoids probably represent those aliens that you or the alien skeleton and the one that you fought.
Oh, I didn't even wrote down
Yes.
so that those were the emaciated ones. Is
Yeah,
that-
they were
okay.
really like thin-looking aliens, so they look
Okay,
like very
I'm-
thin humanoids.
Okay, cool. I missed the forearm parts.
Yep,
Then other than if I had caught that, I would have not asked about that connection. The plants, any correlations to the plant thingies we've been running into? Or does it just seem to be some kind of growth, like a vine, or on the picture on the wall, the cave painting?
The plant you're not really sure.
Next question, I can totally make another intelligence check. No, never mind, because it's I have to take that back because the emaciated persons are not. So Karok, she took just to be sure, it's probably no connection there at all. But Karok, she took this amulet from the orc lady, and you said it showed a skull with 2 bones, and it's
The
to
god of
represent the
accidental death.
Zephys or something like that.
Zephyr. Yeah. So
Zeph-
let me just find that in my notes here.
Accidental death.
Does that look in any way related to this sort of skull pickaxe that we saw on the ship, on this sort of wall painting with the writing, and also the humanoids?
Give me 1 second. So the symbol of Xiphus you didn't find on the dead orc. You found that on the body that the that sort of weird frog creature had been chewing on.
Then what did that take off of the
I was
body?
gonna say she took it from the orc.
She had a necklace of it, and I wanted it because of the irony.
I'm almost positive because that's how it is in my notes. The woman, the female orc you found she'd been slain by multiple stab wounds from weapons that looked like they might have been daggers. The only you guys actually knew you knew that she was
Yeah,
she was
from
kind of
town, right?
like a
Yeah.
brawler in town. She wasn't the one who had the Xiphus amulet. That was
I wrote on the name Portagar. or
yeah,
something like
yes, that was the orc woman, but she wasn't the one who
Yeah.
had she wasn't the one who had the amulet. The amulet came off of a body that you couldn't
Okay.
identify. Yeah.
Okay. So any relation between?
Oh yeah. So you wanna ask that? Okay.
Yeah. hmm So between that skull with the bones and then the bone pickaxe we saw.
Yes. So the symbol of Xiphus, the one you have, is very very similar to the one on the walls.
Okay.
And the symbol of Xiphus does not have a pickaxe with it.
So it's the sort of holy symbol thing that you have is slightly different. The actual the skull is more the main part, and there is still the bone cross piece and the bone coming out the bottom, but they're not. It's not shaped like a long handle. It's kind of a bit shorter.
Okay.
So it looks like a slightly abstract version of the same symbol.
Gotcha.
All right.
And then my very last question, and then I'm really done. The humanoids on the ship. So where I also wrote down some of the signs, and we saw the skull pickaxe. After running into so many creatures, do we recognize them? Because I think you only said humanoid, but not necessarily human.
So originally you faced these sort of skeletal four-armed humanoids with the elongated skulls in the desert. They sort of rose out of the sand to fight you. Then you faced one that was actually inside past the habitat module. He was actually inside the ship. And it was clear by his physique, his head, his arms, that he was one of these creatures. But you saw what he looked like with while alive, with skin and stuff, not as a skeletal thing.
Yeah.
But you've never seen something like that before. So as far as you guys are aware, that they might be some kind of alien. They might be the kind that came down with the ship. They're not any type of humanoid that you are aware of native to.
Okay, so basically some kind of other race we haven't yet really run into.
Pretty much.
Be it in skeleton form or alive.
You've run into them, just not outside of here. Yeah. This is the first time you've experienced them. I will tell you, and this is something that probably Robin and Quinn would know because of their fairly extensive contact with either Numerian spaceship ruins or people who have traveled and scavenged those ruins, is that the people that scavenge the ruins, like for example Quinn has gone into many, and that's how he learned to speak Androfan. He can very positively tell you that those aliens, the four-armed ones, are not Androphans.
Yeah, because he, I think we had already established that at some point. Yeah.
Just making sure. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So other than that, you guys, you've taken some precautions. You are getting your rest. Nothing seems to be arriving to disturb your sleep in this chamber.
Okay.
Cool.
Are we trading off watches then?
Well, I'm ready to get some sleep myself.
All right, I'll stay up and watch. I've gotten my share of sleep.
We could just make Quinn do it.
He took first watch.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You guys. So once again, we're kind of just assuming that. I guess at this point, you guys have sort of been in this chamber. You've taken your rest after your eating. Nothing seems to have come to disturb you. Well, yeah. I mean, as far as you're aware,
Looks clear.
as far as you're
Yeah.
aware, nothing's come to disturb you. The noise
Seems.
hasn't abated during the during your rest. I'm not gonna call it the night because it's not necessarily night. But the movement that you can hear kind of echoing throughout the chambers outside of where you are has not stopped. The sounds of screams coming from somewhere also have, actually, when you awake, those will have stopped.
Okay.
All
Well-
right.
What should we do? I guess.
Well, hold on. Let me get my spells all organized. But you could keep talking.
I'm gonna get my spells organized too.
You
Alright, I'm
have
done.
spells. You haven't been using your spells. What is up with you?
The sarcasm. Sorry, Fig Boot.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm old. I can't tell. What are we doing?
Well, as Quinn said before we went to get some rest, sooner or later we will run into this thing, which would probably be similar to the metal men we've run into before, although judging by the steps and their heaviness, it sounds like it's bigger and taller. What do you think?
One moment. I think
Are you saying that it's
Since-
harder, better, faster, and stronger?
There's pun number one.
Wait,
There's
hold on. Wait
There's-
for it. Wait
Is there an
for
emoji
it.
for that?
Wait for it.
What's happening?
I'm looking. Hold on. I can't find it.
Yeah, you lost it. It's gone.
Yeah, now I
The
did.
the moments. Yeah.
Oh, I can't actually find it here. Oh, there we are.
Is it?
You guys can't hear it.
Hold on, let me unmute
Okay.
the stream so I can hear it.
I played a sad trombone. I was looking for that in Sirenscape and I couldn't find it. They give you all those in a panel so you can like quickly access
Yeah.
them, and I never use them. So I'm like, fuck, where's the Wilhelm scream? Gotta find it. All right. Anyway, continue.
Since the time we've been up, have
Yes.
we heard any more of that big robotic feet stomping around outside? Or
No, that seems to have stopped as well.
are there any sounds that we can hear?
Yeah, I mean, you can still hear sort of the electronical humming, the sort of magnetic humming of machinery. You can still like the compound still seems to be active, and you can still kind of hear the electricity running through it, the power, the lights flickering, machinery operating somewhere.
Well, I would say let's go after it. Sooner or later, we will probably have to deal with it anyhow, and I would actually like to know whose screams those were.
Are we trying to be stealthy today, or should we just saunter on through?
Mm-hmm.
I'm the embodiment of stealth.
I'm just saying, it's early
At which
enough that-
Quinn would probably roll his eyes and get ready to
it's
take
early
the lead
enough.
to stealth ahead.
I could prepare my memory of this spell that will help us pass without a trace, but if we're not in a particular need of it,
Well,
what do you all think?
I think it would be good to scope out, or at least get the surprise on whatever that thing is.
All
I
right.
agree, and if we try to be quiet in the process of doing so won't hurt.
All right, let me do that then.
Fig Boot kind of sits down on the ground, pulls out his
starts
fig
to
out of his
glow.
boot.
The fig starts to glow.
All right, we're good. Shall we get going then? Towards the, what was it, the medical bay?
Yes.
Or something
further
or
down.
the other?
No, that's correct.
Or-
Yes,
it was
further
the-
down the hallway.
Wait,
medical
does-
bay, and there's one other.
d-
Mess hall or something?
Very quickly, opposite, like across from where we are, there was this. I forgot what the exact name was, but it was almost like a lab, like a medical lab, where there were two horribly disfigured
Yes.
corpses. One of them, and I just remember Robin almost got stabbed by
Yeah.
this electrical arm with the surgical
Surgical
knife.
tools, yeah. Yeah, there. So just outside, just to refresh your guys' memory, just outside of where you are now, there's what appears to be the medical wing. Like she just described, there was that one room that had these two sort of medical beds with displays and automated surgical things that were still kind of active. There appeared to have been a corpse that they had sort of stripped down to the bone on one bed, and the other seems to be a recently dead human who you weren't able to get close enough to examine. The other door, which was titled the sick bay, you have not actually gone to.
Yeah, so
Alright,
that is where it
let's
would be headed. It's
Get
further
going.
down.
I'll be towards the
Alright.
back.
All right.
And,
So
as-
Askren, since Scott is not here, can we still assume that Quinn is taking the lead, or would
Yeah,
you
if you
rather
want to.
that? Okay. So Scott, should you watch this later, using you as the meat shield or your character?
All right. So you want to open the door and make your way out?
All
Yeah.
right, yes. And before we do so, I'm going to cast Blash of Murder Burst. That's without a trace.
Okay. So that means do you guys all want to roll a stealth check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do we have access to
Yes.
Quinn's? Okay,
Yes.
because I just wanted to update his hit points. How much does he have in total? Okay. 4.
Glad I got the first roll.
Hold on. I'll go right there.
And
I'll-
I don't
remember
think-
you add 10. I
yeah.
believe it is.
So that's 22 and 26 and 28.
Told you.
And
Embodiment. of
do one of
stealth.
you guys want to roll for Quinn or
Yeah, I can. Hold on, I have his sheet right
I
here.
can always do it, but
Oh,
whatever.
sheet.
I feel like you're most in tune with what you would do, Petra.
He also rolled some. Well, wait, is that mine? I can't. No, it's his. Okay, because I'm still rolling it, so never mind. It came from his sheet, but it
Huh.
shows it as me rolling.
Or yeah, because it shows his bonus.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah,
bottom.
you
Yeah.
can roll on his sheet. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's weird. All right. So
So yeah, he also has a 28.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
So you guys all feel this sort of zone of of silence settle around you as your movements are muffled. Your feet feel lighter. Robin,
Like
you and
little-
Quinn,
yeah.
as you remember, the sick bay is just to the south.
Mm-hmm.
To the west, there was a round chamber where Quinn went in. He saw there was panels on the walls and doors that led in all directions, though the panel itself appeared to be broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess we're just going to. Okay, I'm sending Quinn ahead, and
Okay.
let's say he's going to put his ear up to the door, see what he can hear.
All right, perception check.
Oops, wrong sheet.
while he's doing that, Fig Boot is going to go into this room real quick.
May
he
I help him
hears-
out?
How do you want to do that?
Also, put my ear, Robin's ear, against the door.
Sure. Perception check.
There we go.
All right.
They see all.
I
me
hear all like boop 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 boop
My
boop.
notes. Deeper, deeper. There we are. Okay. So, you hear that there is obviously some sort of fairly loud electric or magnetic hum in the room that indicates there's probably some large or powerful machine operating in there. You don't really hear anything else. There's no movement. There's no knocking of anything. There's no metallic clangs.
I guess I would then sort of wave the others to come, or give them a sign to come over. Sort of gesturing that we're going to get in. By the way, which is it also brown access? That door is a black.
No, the sick bay here seems to have a card reader slot that is colored white.
Do we have one of those? I don't believe.
Should we actually don't? We have the security bin, which also required the white access.
Security.
That is current.
What?
Sorry, no, go ahead. No, we have 5 brown cards and a black one.
Oh yes. How do we know that this is the next place we must go to? Didn't you say something about some sort of elevator?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Quinn said something about that.
Yeah,
and then Quinn will fill in.
No, he would have told you that from what he could gather, the round room seems to be an elevator, but the control panel is busted.
Okay.
Like unusable or could be fixed.
Might be able to be fixed. He'd have to. He hasn't spent any time with it to really investigate that.
Well,
I mean, we could try to force this door open, but then, you know, all attempts at being quiet would be not.
I can take a crowbar stealthily to it.
Is there any opening that a little spider fig boot could crawl through the door?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. I was about to like go and grab some physical dice. I don't know why I did that. I was like, okay. And I was like, oh. If only. Okay, perception. Funny one.
You kind of look around and you see a very small air duct in the ceiling. Like it's not really an air duct. It's more like a hole, like the metal grating in the ceiling where the lights shine down from. You think that you could probably crawl up in that space, and if it's inside the ceiling, you might be able to enter the room that way.
Okay, so a duct. Did you say it was on the wall or the ceiling?
The ceiling.
Sorry. Okay. So, let me pull up Wild Shape, but yeah, Fig Boot is gonna go.
I can try to go up there as a little Fig Boot spider.
Yes, I like this idea.
All
Just
right,
to be careful.
Okay, I am going to.
Alright, so you wanna spider shape?
Yes. Trying to pull up the spell for you right now, but you know the general idea. Let's see. Is there a way for me to?
That's fine. You don't need to. I have it in front of me.
Okay, it's good. So, Fig Boot. He just goes, ooh, and then slowly he just starts to shrink into this little tiny normal-sized spider, not like Skyrim sized, but just a normal, you know, less than challenge rating 1 spider.
All right. So you sort of watch him warp down into this tiny little sort of tarantula-like thing and begin crawling up the walls. You want to squeeze yourself into that little space?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Karak struggles with the internal battle of just squishing him.
Ironically, you could, and it wouldn't actually squish him. He'd just go back to full size.
You just have an actual Fig Boot under your boot at that point.
You make your way up up into this duct, and you're kind of cramped a little bit, but you're pulling your way slowly along, and you could just see you're like directly below you is this grate. You step out onto this grating. The holes are very fine, so you might be able to squeeze through, but it would be tough. But you can actually see down into the chamber beyond.
Looking down there, what do I see?
So, okay. What you do see is that the chamber appears to be lit. There is what appears to be a set of beds that sit along the southern wall. You can see all kinds of equipment lines the other walls here, and in the eastern corner there is a fairly large piece of glowing, like metal, some sort of metal structure that kind of glows with blue energy.
Is it? What shape is it?
You're
Like,
seeing it from above, and
cylinder?
it's round, so it looks like it might be a large cylinder.
Yeah. For some reason, that's what I thought it would be. Okay. Does the duct that I'm in? Oh, one other thing. Does there appear to be any like large sort of robot or golem that could be the source of the sounds that we were hearing that I could see?
Roll me a perception check at advantage. 23. Okay. You actually see that what looks like a sort of just an inactive piece of machinery sitting by one of the beds not far from that metallic cylinder. There is the sort of hunched over form of this silverish robot that you've actually never seen before. And you kind of crane your little spider eyes as far as you can see around the room, and in the far corner of the room, there is also what appears to be the kind of rusty, dark form of one of these repair drones that you actually have seen once or twice before. They both seem to be inactive, though.
Okay. So one kind of like three-legged repair drone thing, and another that appears to be like humanoid shaped.
No, this one has appears to have four kind of splayed out like spider-like legs, and sort of silverish machinery and stuff on it for its torso and back.
Okay, and that one does not appear to be rusty, but it is.
No,
inactive.
that one is not rusty.
Okay. All right. Does the duct continue forward, or does it end here with these little fine holes?
It looks like you can travel a bit longer, a bit farther, but it doesn't, like, you're gonna bump up to a wall after a little while.
Okay.
Like the duct will physically follow the path of the lights in the room, but not much else.
Okay. I'll see if I can fit through that little hole.
Give me a dexterity check.
Just general dexterity?
It's gonna be the spider's dexterity.
Ah, yes. Let me pull that up really quick.
You can use the compendium on Roll20.
I will do that.
Asking real quick, in that lunch break room, there was another door on the left. What kind of access code did that have?
You came in through that one, I thought.
No, we came in through here.
No, I'm pretty sure both. I'm pretty sure you opened both. Yeah, because I have my lighting is on the outside, which means you already came through that one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one led you out to the hallway, where the pygmies ambushed you from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
You cannot fit
Oh,
through the
God.
duct.
Okay. All right.
It's like teenage spy. Like,
Well,
Not gonna happen, unfortunately.
Well, what if I just morph back into Fig Boot and just broke the vent open? But that's not a good idea. Okay,
maybe the
I don't
vent will break you.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I will then backtrack and Yeah, I'll backtrack and return to my friends, I believe. I'll go back through and then come down and put myself in front of the three of them and just like shake my spider body back and forth like this.
Do we see that? Because I mean, this time, since he really jump scared me when he transformed back right in front of us, I would try to pay attention for a spider coming back. But yeah, I don't know. Do we see that? Do we see the little spider?
Oh, there you go. Oh,
I forgot it was
there you
muted.
go.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm assuming you guys can sort of watch the vent and see this little spider kind of pop out and begin sort of.
Yeah, I'm just going like this.
And I look at him and raise an eyebrow and says, I fear Figboot, I do not know what you're trying to tell us.
Maybe he heard a good tune back there.
I just make some really complicated gestures with my spider legs, like.
And say, slow down. Raise
spider
one
semaphore.
Yeah, raise one of your 4 legs for no, and both of them for yes. Can you do that?
He's got 8. He can't.
No, we're just using the first pair.
Okay.
So did you find a robot, one of those metal men, perhaps the one that we've heard during the last few hours?
Hold on, was 2 yes or was 1
yes? Yeah, 2 is yes, but 2 is yes, but I had to maximize the my zoom screen. I didn't see him. Did you see any humans, anybody that might have been hurt by it? Well, that's a relief, I guess.
Do you creep yourself out when you're in that form? Duly noted.
Is the metal man, did it seem to be active? Is it still working or doing whatever it is? No, perhaps not. Okay. Well, we don't have an access card to this door right now. I mean, we could try to pry it open. Another option would be to go back to the command center. Remember where we went through the door with the traces of blood? But there was one more door that we have not yet investigated. So that would be another option, and perhaps if we took another look, maybe we can find a card that gives us access to the white color-coded doors.
You guys discuss amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go open this window over here because it's fucking. I'm dying here.
So, Figboot, you would vote for.
Sissy's not here.
So I guess we can make assumption. What would Quinn do?
I think
W-
Quinn would want to go back to the command center since we're kind of stopped up here, and the possibility is that if we try to open this door,
that we're alarming something.
Be super loud.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to be able to get into this room without making a crap load of noise and possibly deactivate the thing.
The only problem with that, though, is we don't know if the person is on the other side and if they're going to be alive if we try to turn around and find another key card thing.
What? Come again? If what?
So we don't know if they're going to be alive still.
Oh yeah, I mean there's a definite possibility that in pieces, pickled or not, something like that. But yeah. I mean, they're no longer screaming, so one way or another, they're not in a good situation.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, but no, Robin would agree that to go back and maybe take another look around the command center and then see if we can access the
So what are you guys doing?
I go up on.
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
On Robin's shoulder, and
Yeah, I was actually going to suggest that if you wanted to
crawl
run.
up on Robin's shoulder, and I'm just kind of like settle down, and then I just raise both my spider legs up and just motion forward.
Well,
Forward through the door. Are we going through the door? Because I can break it down.
I motion towards where we came from.
Yeah. So we can. I mean, we can.
That's my
can only assume what Quinn would do. But yeah. So Robin and Figboot are for going back to the command center, take another look, and then Karak would prefer to break open the door, and then. What would Quinn do? Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, but I think he also wouldn't want to spook anything or to reactivate that thing by being loud.
I mean, I'm wondering why it was activated in the first place. If it's inactive now.
Well, there might be something. There must be something that's
It's probably
controlling it. That it's getting its.
It might just be
from
taking
somewhere.
an extended rest, guys.
Yeah.
Probably.
You guys, as you're standing outside, you hear a very loud metallic clang.
From behind the door?
Yeah.
I spring up and go back up into the van. As a spider.
Okay. You rush up to the ceiling. You guys,
Thank you. That is so incredibly helpful, Figboot.
As you're
Thank you so much.
As you're listening, as you're kind of standing at the door, you hear all of a sudden something begins moving on the other side of the room.
I'm going to back up, and I can only assume that would also be Quinn's first reaction.
I unsheath my weapon.
The door to this room, to the lab, was that open?
Yeah, it was kind of busted open.
Okay, then I'm actually sort of staying there.
Okay. So Figboot, you were in the ceiling. Karak, you're
Yes.
standing in the front.
I wanted to go back into the vent and try to look into the room. Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna take you a little while. That's gonna take you a little while. So if something does happen, you might end up out of commission for a bit.
I'll take that risk.
Because it was a tight squeeze. So.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep advancing forward. But if I hear what I might think to be the door opening, then I'll immediately try to turn around.
Okay. You guys hear, so Karaki, you're up front. You hear the kind of loud and growing louder sounds of something moving, sort of metallic legs operating and just on the metal. And they stop for a second as you hear the door springs open, and you see a very large sort of metallic figure. This one is sort of hunched over its silverish body on four splayed out legs. It's one of its arms covered in sort of tube, almost like syringe-like tubes. The other one a mass of surgical implements with two large metallic tanks on its back, and a glowing, like, bright blue central eye is standing right before you. This should actually be about that big. And it is just opened the door, and it does not seem to stop moving. So as it is coming out for you, we're gonna roll some initiative.
That's the only way to describe how I feel right now.
Yeah, we should have backed up.
Why? So we can get pigeonholed into that room.
But there were several doors from and to that room.
That wasn't spoken aloud to the party, and I will not metagame.
And then for Quinn. Oh, hold on.
Give me 1 second. Gotta find some music. Is this good?
Music.
It's not starting. Where is it? There we are.
That is for Quinn. That's not for me.
Oh. Quinn is ready.
Yes.
All right. Once again, guys, let me know in chat how the music is. Just want to make sure it's not too loud. It's not drowning everything out. Okay, so where are we now? This thing has to roll initiative, and it is going to get 14. So that is going to be, we're going to take that off turn order, and we are going to put this thing on the turn order at 14. Everyone else is in?
My number isn't showing up, but it's a 15.
Yeah, 15. I got you. Cool. All right, we will sort. So that means as soon as this door opens, Quinn is kind of at the ready. He's sort of like tucked against the wall, swords at the ready, waiting to go because of that nat 20. What does he want to do?
Actually, I'm not gonna have him draw his. Well, he draws a weapon, but I found out he has the motherfricker has a longbow. Let's use that.
Okay. All right, go for it.
17.
17 will be enough to hit this thing.
Okay.
Good to know.
So it's 7 piercing.
All right, so he kind of like whips his bow out, and as he's kind of up against the wall, you see him sort of swing around the corner and with practiced aim let a long wooden shaft fly, and it's gonna strike this robot like right in its sort of neck area, cutting through a tube that begins sort of draining this almost fluorescent bluish liquid down the chest of this robot.
And he would probably also hunter's mark it.
Yep.
So that's 10 total.
I think that's only that only becomes active then in the next round, right?
Yeah, you because you did it after the damage, so
Yeah,
it's gonna take effect next turn. All right.
Oh.
So anything else?
Okay. No, I guess he's probably going to switch to his blades then.
All right. So on this turn he'll have time to sort of throw his bow back on his back, but he's not gonna have time to draw his swords. All right. So that means Karak, you are standing in front of this thing, facing it down. What do you want to do?
My great axe is already at the ready. Gonna take a step, I guess, forward so I can attack it. And go into a rage. Let's go.
All right.
Woo!
Yes.
Oh yeah, that will absolutely
Nice.
hit.
Oh yeah.
Man, so close. Alright.
Ooh.
Dang.
Okay, 15 damage. And you have a second attack?
Not till I frenzy.
Okay, so you just kind of full of paste and well rested, you kind of grab your axe, and with a roar you charge into this thing, swinging the axe and just clanging hard against the metal of this thing. You kind of bury your axe right between one of its joints, and you actually sort of wrench it free, breaking some of the gears and stuff in its arm, just causing it to like twitch a little bit as it attempts to sort of recalibrate. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right,
Starting out great.
Awesome. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna. Robin, what do you do? You and this thing will go at the same time, just because I'm writing a tweet here. What do you want to do?
I just shoved my mouth with food.
That
sorry.
is
I'm
perfect. Good timing.
chromatic orb with lightning damage.
Ooh.
See if
Alright.
I actually
Fancy.
hit, because my spells have been pretty much useless so far. I never hit with them. Well, I hit once, I think. So let's try it. So I can go now?
Yeah.
Alright. See? 9. I jinxed it, I guess. Okay, I'm going to move over here. And, yeah, that's it for now.
You can't distract me, Tiger. You can't do it. All right. So as you're kind of like stumble around, miss with your chromatic orb, this thing is going to rear back and swing one of its metallic claws. Actually, both. Yeah, it's gonna swing one of its claws at Karak. That's the one.
Bring it.
Hurrah
You don't got
for
advantage
Kama.
because I didn't attack recklessly.
It does not, and so it is going to get a 9 on that attack. What you do here though is as the robot kind of turns its head to you, it kind of lets out this strange sort of metallic, almost like distorted voice that says,
It's the new Drake album. How did it get a hold of that?
I don't speak trash. Sorry.
So it is going to miss with its attack.
Damn straight it does.
Yeah. All right. So that means Robin is already gone, which means last up in initiative order is going to be Fig Boot.
Big boot. So I'm still
Little
stuck
spider
in the
boot.
vent. Little spider boot right now.
Spider Boot.
Spider boot.
Spider
So-
boot, spider.
So do I have to spend my turn turning around and getting out of the vent for my action? or something?
Yes. So I'm gonna say that your move action will have to be spent getting out of the vent.
Yeah. So okay. So I turn around and I'm like, oh shit, and I'm just like skittering back out the vent.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I get out of the vent, I think I would kind of crawl. Okay, so once I'm out of the vent, I can't move across the ceiling, so I couldn't do this, for example, assuming that where I was is where the vent was. Could I possibly
Sorry,
move
what?
back here on my turn? I
That would take. I'm gonna say because basically the vents sort of started like right up here. You can continue
Okay.
back down the hall. I will say that will take you a double
dash.
move. Yeah.
So if I were to come out just with my normal movement, I would be here.
Yeah. You'd basically be like fall to the ground right there.
Okay.
No Mission Impossible style on a thin thread.
Yeah, I'll double dash and kind of crawl as a spider across the ceiling
Okay.
over to this location, and then I'll end my turn by exiting out of my spider form and plopping down right behind Quinn
Oosh.
with my quarterstaff ready.
Okay.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right.
Surprise.
So that means we're gonna go to the top of the round. It is Quinn's turn. He has put his bow away. What does he want to do?
I think he would move in now and attack with his sword.
That is what Quinn would do because he'd want to try and take the kill from Karak.
Okay. 16.
Yes, 16 will just hit.
So that's a 13
Spicy
and then
meatball.
plus 4, so 17 in total, 4 from the hunter's mark.
Okay. So as Karak's just kind of wrenching her axe away, Quinn is going to sort of roll in, and with this sort of very thin, sort of small sword that he has, he's just going to lunge right into the sort of wires and joints that make up this thing's torso, and jab with his blade, and you see this kind of black fluid begin running out of where he stabbed. All right. Anything else from him?
Nope.
All right, Karak, it is your turn.
So immediately upon seeing Quinn roll in, Karak is going to run into a frenzy.
Okay.
So she can get 2 attacks. And she's going to attack recklessly.
The 22 will hit. The second one will not. All right. So you kind of your first swing, you bring your axe wide and you kind of smash right into the side of this thing. You kind of you feel the metal shattering and you feel kind of joints breaking and stuff. As you wrench your weapon out, you go to swing with an overhand chop, and this thing just brings its surgical hand up and catches the blade like right in the center of it as it blocks. So it is kind of grappling with your axe right now. Anything else you wanna? Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. So you are sort of like bellowing in rage in this thing's face. It is going to use its turn to attempt to jab you right in the stomach with its other sort of needle hand.
That's cool. It's gonna come out as that pace.
As an 18 against you.
That will hit.
All right.
I think it gets 2 rolls.
Oh yeah. Okay. 24.
That'll definitely hit.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to be. It's only a 5 on the damage. But as it does, you feel, you watch as like this hand that is like made up entirely of these sort of hypodermic devices filled with this blue liquid that seems to be pumped from via a tube from the tanks on its back. You watch as with a one of the fingers begins draining into Karak's stomach.
Yuck.
And
Great.
as it injects,
Make a tummy save.
yeah, I need you to make a Constitution save.
Oh god.
You asking Tiger to do it or Karak? Because I don't know.
Ooh,
how
nice one.
Tummy save.
D&D for kids. Make
A 21 is going to sort of steal yourself.
Shit, I hope so.
As you are going to feel that something that burns is being sort of injected into you. All right. So
I think the pace. It's like an insulation for for the stomach walls.
However, on its turn, it is actually going to sort of take a few steps back. You actually feel it. What's up?
Sorry. Would Quinn and Karak get a attack of opportunity?
Ooh.
Well,
It's
it's
step back.
1 second. So as it does, you actually feel its hand that's still attached to you kind of like almost pull you forward as it sort of wrenches out of you. And another voice echoes from it and says, there. And as this does, you hear the kind of strange whirring sound somewhere else in the room of something else activating. And that is going to step forward.
Oh, that scared me when it came out of the darkness. I was like, whoa.
So Quinn can take an attack of opportunity if he wants, because this thing physically cannot disengage.
Yes, please. Yeah, going in with the sword again. 11.
Not gonna do it, unfortunately. So on its turn, as it kind of calls from its to its companion, Robin, what would you like to do?
I'm coming around the corner and using the what's it called? The hand crossbow. That's what it's called. To shoot in between Karak and Quinn.
Okay.
19.
19 will hit.
That's an 8 piercing. And I will. Yeah, I move one forward, but that's where I will be staying.
Okay. So you, as these guys are kind of jabbing at this thing, you just level your crossbow and fire a bolt right between them. It's gonna strike in one of the weakened joints of this thing as it is sort of backing up, trudging back on its four limbs.
One quick technical question, because I've noticed a difference in the damage roll for Robin and for Quinn and Karak.
Yes.
For the damage, do I add my proficiency modifier?
I believe so.
No. not for damage.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no,
because-
not for damage. Damage is just your base ability.
Yeah, that is what I was thinking.
Where's
but,
Quinn's damage? Why? He
yeah,
did
but
it.
Korok also did it. Like he has his plus Dex plus mod for the damage.
Oh, the mod is from
It's rage.
Yeah, no. For Quinn, it's from a feat.
Oh.
It's from his dual wielder feat.
Oh.
Yeah. He has, I believe,
talking about mine.
I believe he has an officer sword and a scimitar.
But dual wielder doesn't give you I have dual wielder too. That doesn't give you a +2 to damage. It must be something else.
Hold on.
Like dual wielder just gives you a +1 on AC, and you're actually able to dual wield something that's not a light weapon.
I know
And
he
it
has
was
a
something
feat
else.
bonus. I don't remember which one it is.
Must be
I don't have it in
something
front of
else.
me right now. Yeah, I don't remember which one it is, but because I don't remember any of the 5th edition feats, but I know it's there because I saw the sheet.
Okay, let me see. Let me check.
All right,
Yeah,
so
never mind. I'm gonna figure it out.
that's fine. On this thing's oh no, Fig Boot is gonna go first. Fig Boot, what do you want to do?
Big boot.
All right. Well, what I would like to do is I'm going to take a look at Karak and
Focus my druidic energy and cast Balm of the Summer Court on her. So
Okay.
that I will use one of these d6s, which I will roll now.
All right, go for it. Whoop, didn't mean to do
So
that.
that is a 5. So you heal 5, Karak, and
Thank
also
you.
you gain 1 temporary hit point as well, and your speed is increased by 5 feet for 1 minute.
Nice. Thank you.
All right.
You are so welcome, my friend.
All right. So as you kind of hold your staff and you begin chanting your druidic hymn, the staff. I'm gonna say for this one, like the staff sort of blossoms with a flower at the top that just like this sparkling pollen begins to fill the air and heal your target as they feel themselves invigorated. All right. So while you are doing that, are you staying where you are? Or are you moving?
I'm going to move 1 square forward.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Turn this down a little bit. That means it is this thing's turn, and I need to D20. Hold on, I need to find my stats here, and I can't. That's the one. Okay, so as this thing begins moving, it is going to fill its way as you guys see these sort of whirring mechanics of this sort of repair drone as it hovers. It begins sort of hovering off the ground and swoops in. And as it does, it is going to attempt to slam into Karak, because Karak is the first person that is available here. So it is going to slam into you. That is a 10. Though does it still has advantage?
I don't think it does because I attacked recklessly against the big one.
I will look at that really quick.
Yeah, hold on.
I think it's in general.
Barbarian, reckless attack. Let me check. Advantage on melee attack rolls, but attack rolls against you have advantage until your next turn.
Yep.
Okay.
So it is going to
So
have
then
advantage.
yes, it has advantage.
Yes. All right. So this is the second one. 19.
That will hit.
All right. So that is going to be 1d4 plus 3. That is going to be a 6 damage as it slams into you. And it also, as it does, these sort of large loading claws are going to kind of like latch on. One of them grabs the shaft of your axe. The other one grabs your hand that is kind of gripping the axe. So you are currently grappled by this thing. You are, it slammed into you and kind of instantly latched on with these lifting claws. Yeah, I think that's all that thing is going to do, which means we're going to go, so this thing is grabbed onto Karak. We are going to the top of the round with Quinn. Quinn, what would you like to do?
He's going to attack that thing that's latched onto Karak.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, that'll hit it.
So 10 because I have the hunter's mark still off on the other.
Yes.
And then Scott said something. He has this. It's so break the something where if there's an adjacent foe to one foe, that is how I understood it. He gets a second attack. Horde breaker. Yes, something. No, break the horde or something like that.
I don't know it offhand. I don't think it's in the SRD here, so someone will have to send me that because there is no 5th edition SRD to look it up in. And I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote it on
I will
Skype.
look it up. He's a ranger or rogue, I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a ranger. Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's coming from his feet.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know where it's from.
We'll move on while he's figuring that out. So Karak, what do you want to do? You are currently grappled,
So
which means
what
you
can I do?
you can attempt to break your grapple, or you can attack this thing, but you can't move.
Okay, can I attack that thing?
You can attack the thing that's grabbing you. Yeah.
Normally, like I would anything else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me just check real quick, but I think so. Hold on. Condition grappled. A grappled creature's speed becomes 0. Condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. It also ends. So yeah, it's basically you just can't move.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of it.
Yep. Yeah.
Attacking recklessly.
Yeah, I don't have the text on Hordebreaker.
So how Hordebreaker works is if he makes a weapon attack, he can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the person he's attacking and 5 feet of him.
Which there is.
Oh,
none.
okay. So that's yeah.
Okay.
I mean, unless he moved up.
And what exactly is that, Zach? Is that a feat or what is that?
That is
It's
a
hunter archetype for
yeah.
ranger.
It's the
Oh,
revised
okay.
ranger.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, a 15 and a 17 will both hit.
Kill it.
Bye. Here's hoping.
That's 8 and 10, so that is a total of. Okay,
8.
so you slam. Well, no, I was adding the other one. You slam your kind of axe haft into this thing as it kind of like rears back, and as you do, you just lift up over your head and smash the blade down. You kind of crash through one of these things, flying gears, these kind of air moving things that are keeping it hovering, and as it kind of like sparks shower from it, you see this thing sag in the air as it's kind of struggling to keep itself up. It is not in great shape. Like, you've broken off one of its big sort of flying turbines, and like one of its arms is massively damaged as this thing is just like sputtering in the air, trying to reach and grab you and kind of pull you into the room uselessly.
But I'm not grappled anymore.
No, you basically smashed like it's still holding onto your axe, but not you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, that's my turn.
Cool. This thing is going to step back in and is going to jab at Quinn with its
Juices.
Yeah, juice hand. That is a 9 against Quinn.
Nope.
That is not going to hit. So it kind of, and he like ducks back as he avoids this syringe hand on this thing as it continues to shout or play these sort of recorded lines in this strange language. Robin, what do you want to do?
Because it's so funny and it works so well, I want to try to get at it with the chromatic orb once more. Same with the lightning damage.
Okay, go for it.
I give up.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
so
exchange that. I'm gonna exchange that spell for something else.
You are so lucky you didn't have disadvantage, by the way.
Oh yeah, I probably would have shocked my electrocuted myself.
Or one of your friends, as you do.
Yeah.
All right, so you once again you kind of try and fire this bolt of electricity, but it just sort of the magnetism in this place and the metal walls and the lack of grounding, it just kind of arcs off and crashes into the door frame.
Yeah, you can hear her swear under her breath, or maybe not under her breath. She's probably pissed off at this point.
Do you want to move or do you want to stay where you are?
I'm staying where I am.
All right, so Fig Boot, what do you want to do?
Okay, Fig Boot. I am going to. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do. 1 second. I will. Let's see. It's a concentration though. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, that's fine. All right, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on Karak. And I'm going, on Karak. And I'm going to cast it with Bear's Endurance. So this is going to give her advantage on Constitution checks.
Okay.
And she gains 2d6 temporary hit points, which I will roll.
Yep.
We're gonna lose concentration on Pass Without a Trace, but we didn't need it anyway at this point.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So
you kind of like channel your magic through your staff. You just sort of jab Karak in the side with it, and Karak, you feel sort of this steeliness, this steely coldness flow through your nerves as your constitution is increased. You are going to, like you said, have advantage on your constitution checks, and you also feel a little bit hardier.
8 additional temporary hit points.
All right. Awesome. All right. That means it is.
Yeah.
That's the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This robot is going to make a very weak attack against Karak. It is going to use its remaining hand because it can't grapple anymore. Does a 14 hit you?
No, sorry.
No.
No, I was shaking my head, but no.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking at Zoom. Unfortunately, I got too much stuff on my screen.
No, you were good. Don't worry about it.
All right. So you watch as this thing sort of jabs its hand forward, and like one of its hands, and you see there's like this crackling blue energy that is arcing from it. You kind of like, throw yourself back a little bit just so this misses you, but you don't necessarily want to make contact with this thing. But other than that, it is in pretty bad shape. It's not looking like it can stay in the air much longer. Quinn, what does he want to do?
Quinn is looking at Karak and probably saying something like, "Looks like you get that," and then he is attacking the big one.
No! Take out the small one so I can direct both to
24.
attacks.
Man, I roll so much
Quinn.
better with this sheet. So a 10 in total.
Is that the big one or the small one? Sorry.
The big one. The
big one. You got it. All right.
And so I guess, sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
So the Horde Breaker thing will now take effect, right? Because it's...
Yeah.
So
So
he
just
can,
roll another.
he can attack against the flying thing.
So the small one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's flying.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should go after that
Oh.
one. Yeah.
Interesting.
Oops.
Is it like levitating?
It had these sort of turbine things that were keeping it aloft. One of them is
Okay.
now damaged, so it's kind of like tilted like this.
21.
21 will absolutely hit.
10.
How does he
10
want to?
damage.
How does he want to destroy this thing?
So how much is still left? I guess he's probably going for a like a crucial point, something that we
well,
can pierce it.
Probably the easiest thing to destroy on this thing would be its remaining turbine that's keeping it in the air.
Yeah, that's what he would go for then.
All right. So you watch as he just sort of like after he pulls his sword out of the gut of this other robot, kind of cutting through tubes and watching it sort of like lose hydraulics in one of its legs. He's gonna sort of just quickly lunge to the side and stick the metal blade in right in sort of the turbine of this thing, and you watch the like just a shower of sparks as he smashes the thing, and the robot itself will like as its turbine is destroyed, just kind of spin off really quickly and smash into the wall and just kind of skitter along the floor with a shower of sparks and dying machinery. So that thing is destroyed.
At least it wasn't the big one.
No, the big one is still operational, unfortunately, and he has damaged it. But Karak, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take it out. Here we go.
Yeah, Quinn would probably say, well, I guess I warmed it up
Oh, I gave
nicely
you,
for you. It's not really much of a challenge anymore, but
I
please
gave
have
you
at
that
it.
one. I gave
Karak,
you that
did you
one.
remember? Did you remember to add those extra hit points that I
I
gave
did.
you?
I have
Okay.
them in a separate one for
Just
temporary.
making sure.
22 and 19 will both hit.
And motorcycle drives
Apparently.
past in the other room.
Where are we? Okay. So how much damage is that? 16?
16. I'm rolling really low on my damage.
Yeah, you're not very
tonight.
good at rolling today.
The damage, at least. The attack is good.
How do you want to do this?
Yes. I don't even know. I don't have the brain power to come up with something cool. So this is your opportunity right here.
She's
My
just looking
opportunity?
at looking
Yeah.
at Quinn and then going like,
Yes. I don't care what it is as long as I rub it in Quinn's face.
So you you kind of like as this thing flies away from you, you kind of grip your axe, and as you kind of step back, you sort of step forward, and as you swing in the arc, the first step, you kind of swing it hard, and it's gonna smash right into this robot's neck. With a shower of like purple oil and sparks, and as you wrench your axe out, just kind of like the anger clear on your face, you swing again, sort of like you're chopping like a tree, and like as you're doing, there's just this kind of slow moment of time where your face goes from a complete rage, you turn like mid-swing, get to Quinn, and it's just perfectly serious, just as the axe connects. And the head, you in slow motion, you watch the blade just smash through the gears of the neck as the head goes flying off into the room. And the robot just whirs on its legs, skittering as it loses power and commands. And very slowly, as it kind of smashes into the bed behind it, into the walls, it kind of scrapes along the floor. It is going to finally die with a sputter. And that is the end of that thing.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked.
I think what Quinn would probably do is take sort of the remnants maybe from the small robot and place it in between the door, because once it closes we have no means of opening it, at least not right now.
Yeah.
So trying to
Smart
jam it, use as many pieces of both robots as possible to make sure that this door does not shut or close.
Before he does that, could I go over, or as he's like pulling the small robot up into the door,
Yeah.
could I go up to that small robot, and those turbines that he had, are those basically like fan blades?
Yeah, they're
that are
both
helping
pretty.
propel
They're
it?
both pretty smashed up, but
They're all
yes,
like kind of bent. Are they still like kind of together but just bent in different
probably
directions?
like yeah. They're one of them was kind of smashed off completely. The other one basically is like what would happen if you just shoved a metal rod into the middle of a fan.
Yeah.
Like
Okay, Figboot would kind of go down and pick up whichever one seemed to be in best condition, and just
Okay.
kind of walk off with it, walk to the back. If you could, if you could just pick it up.
okay, so you wanna grab one of its turbines, and
Yeah.
Quinn wants to sort of use the rest of the machinery to sort of lodge the door open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you got it. You can both do that.
Cool. And in the back, I take a piece of cloth or leather that I have, and I tie the turbine onto the top of my quarterstaff, so it's like a sun at the head of my quarterstaff.
You want
Just like
to put
this-
the turbine at the top of your staff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it's like a yeah.
Not
So I just
not like
kinda tie-
not like propeller style.
No.
You want it like
no. So that it's like split out like this, not like this.
you don't want to have a like a fidget
Like
spinner
a-
on your staff.
Yeah.
No. Well, I could hold it like this and just go. Actually,
like a tiny windmill.
Yeah. No, I just kind of tie it. I just kind of tie it on so that
Yeah.
it's just kind of like this design on the
Okay.
top.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Cool.
All right.
That's all.
So now that we're in, what is the thing that I'm standing next to?
Okay, so I will get to that in 1 second. First of all, I
Okay.
wanted to thank White Raven and iName21 for following. Welcome to the madness, my friends. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so you are standing next. Let me sort of describe the room for you, since combat is now over. Get away from all of this. Nope, not my page. Not my page. Still not my page. And there we are. Okay, so as you are entering this chamber, like I said, you can see sort of a row of beds sitting along the southern wall of this well-lit room. And when I say well-lit, I should probably actually put some lights in here. Copy, paste. In this well-lit chamber. Wow, I can hear myself coming through on someone's thing. Glowing screens and metal desks sit on the opposite walls, and you can see sort of splatters of blood adorn the floor and several of the beds in the chamber. To the east, there is a large metal device, very tall and cylindrical shape, that glows very faintly, taking up the corner of the chamber. Robin, as you're standing next to this, you actually see that this metal device is sort of like a large cylinder with like a glass front on it, and the front is very foggy. It's very sort of clouded, but you think you can make out the sort of shape of a head and shoulders inside.
Wait, just a head and a shoulder? What about the rest?
Well,
And
the glass is only from like here up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Does it seem to be active? He says faintly glowing. Are there any lights?
Would
Any?
Quinn-
Yeah, no, it is definitely active. Like the glowing, the humming sound, all seem to be emanating from this device in particular.
Yeah, I would probably Zach, what you were about to say.
I
Probably
was
calls
gonna- yeah.
Quinn over and ask him if there's anything in Androphan that he can read.
Yeah, he will say that or he will tell you that the inscriptions that he can find on it say the word stasis.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we see on the inside if the body or person or whatever in this tube looks like one of the aliens or looks like a more human form?
The form is definitely human, and as you're kind of watching this closer, you realize that if this is a stasis tube, they're like this. Whoever's in there is like fighting to get out.
They're
They're moving,
mean?
yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are their eyes open?
It's hard to. It's too kind of dark and clouded to really see.
But they're just kind of like.
Yeah, no, you can see the whatever's in there is moving around a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
They don't have a ton of room to move, but they do seem to be.
And Robin would probably look at the others and go, "What do you say? Should we take our chances and try to free whoever is in there?" And I specifically look at Kurok and then at her axe.
I'll ready the axe and stand by close hand.
So aside from reading stasis, Quinn wasn't
There's not
able
really
to see like an off button.
no
Release.
there is a what he can identify is there is sort of a set of controls on the side, and it looks like two basically like latch handles that you have to like sort of unlock.
This reminds me of SpongeBob in Man Ray, that one episode. I don't know if you guys remember that. Yeah. Just slowly melting away.
So the latch handles, are they blocked in any way or
Not that he
like,
can see.
in lockdown? So we can
You can
use
try
them,
it,
work
yeah.
with them. Yeah, let's. I think Quinn will go ahead and we
Big
can
boot.
both try.
Okay.
Fig boots on deck to try to heal the person in case it seems like they need it.
Okay. So you guys want to each grab one handle and kind of pull?
Yeah, see what happens.
Got it. Okay, so as you guys grab these latches and pull, you feel kind of the metal bolting mechanism in this thing sort of unseal, and all of a sudden there's like a as steam or vapor sort of floods out of this thing, and as you pull, like you watch the condensation kind of on the glass, you hold this heavy lid open and you hear help, and you see as the smoke is clearing, there is the form of a man. He is injured. You can see scars and blood on his face. You can see his expression, like his cheeks are thin and gaunt, as if hasn't eaten or slept in a while. The hair is dark, is like a dark black, kind of down to the shoulders. You can see sort of graying patches along the side of a very sort of defined face. It looks like most of his clothing and gear has been stripped away. Whatever, there's a little bit left, but it's most of it is either destroyed or missing. And he's help, please.
Immediately,
It's
I
okay.
go
It's
down
okay.
and
Easy there.
cast Cure Wounds. I put my hand on his shoulder and
Okay.
just
And I'm
pump
I'm
that
sort
shit.
of and I guess Quinn and I would probably at the same time sort of reach forward and try to steady the person and maybe help them
Mhm.
out, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, you can kind of like both sort of take one of his arms on your shoulders and sort of help him out of this thing. You and Quinn would actually almost immediately recognize, once the sort of the color seems to return to his face with the healing. He's still injured. He's still having a hard time standing, but you guys almost instantly recognize this face that you've seen before. This is the sort of damaged and emaciated face of Connor Bane.
I thought so. Then we would help him over to the first bed so that he can sit, or better yet, lay down.
Mm-hmm.
And while we do that, Robin would say, Connor Bane, you're a sight for sore eyes. I feared we had lost you.
I'm actually looking to see if I have a token of him, and I apparently don't, which
No.
is weird.
Just make another Fig Boot token.
Another fig boot.
Can always be more Fig Boot. Make all NPCs have a Fig Boot token.
Hold on, I'm gonna get one.
There's
Not
like
fig boot,
spawning like little Pokemons, like, and then they all say fig boot.
Yeah, like depending on their size, like
Fig boot.
a really big one. Fig Boot. I think that's nightmare fuel right there.
Especially if they start, sort of talking to themselves and getting lost in nonsensical
Alright.
trains
Oh.
of thoughts.
Whoop, whoop.
It's kind of like clipping. Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
'cause-
interesting.
there we go.
He's a big guy.
There we go. There, he's on screen now. So Connor is you sort of help him down into one of the beds, and he is like he's just gonna sort of like his breath is ragged, his body is sort of injured. He hasn't eaten in a while, it looks like, and you can see various wounds on his body. They've healed over now, but it looks like something has been either operating or experimenting on him in some way. And he says, Who are you? Who? I don't know.
It's
I
it's
don't
all
know.
right. It's all right. And actually, I sort of prop up his head a little bit, and place a hand on his shoulder, and say, Connor, it's me, Robin Cassava. And so, given a moment to focus.
He kind of you see him kind of like as you prop him up, he kind of like reaches out and starts patting you down, like your arms and your sides. He says, only two. Where are the rest? Are there more?
Yes, I'm here with a group of others. There's Quinn here right next to me, and then Fig Boot and our friend Karak.
You, you, you're hiding them, aren't you?
Hiding?
Wanna look like people? I know you have.
No. We are people.
Where did you come from? How did you find this place?
We're the next group of people that volunteered to go down into the caves, and eventually we came down here to this ruin.
We've been tracing your steps. We've been looking for you.
Indeed, and along the way we've been hoping to find out what happened to the torch.
I don't remember. It's so hard to focus.
It's easy. For the moment you can rest. And as I'm saying that, I'm taking out one of my food rations, not the paste, just a normal food ration, and sort of place it in his. By the way, when he started to pat me down, do I see anything being wrong with his eyes?
His eyes are
gone.
No, his
black holes.
His eyes are fairly glassy and kind of looking around wildly, as if he's not exactly particularly lucid.
Okay.
You know, it looks like he's having a hard time focusing on you. It looks like he may be seeing things. You're not sure.
Okay. So I would just maybe I start with my water skin, and I say, would you like something to drink? I have some water here. Sort of guide his hands toward the water skin.
Yeah, he's not in great shape. I mean, aside he is not on death's door, but you can see he's like his muscles have atrophied, and he is having a hard time focusing. He says, poisoned. Chemicals trying to make me take more.
No, this is just water. I promise, and I can give you something to eat as well. By the way, Eskrin, did you see that Fig Boot healed him for 11 points?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. You can with a little bit of effort sort of force some water down his throat, like make him take a sip. But he, like, if you're not sort of tending to him, he will continue to sort of ramble, make, statements, like, look for things in the room that aren't there. He's not particularly coherent.
Then Robin would drop the name Val and say something like, Connor, Val is very worried about you, and I can tell you she will be very happy when we come back with you. You remember Val?
He's kind of looking around, and very quickly, like, he'll turn and, like, reach out weakly and sort of grab your collar. He says, "No, I have to keep them from finding her.
No, she is." And I sort of place my hand over his. She's not here. They cannot get to her. She's back in Torch, far away from all of this.
It's just me. I'm the only one. I'm the last one.
Well, I look at the others and say, we haven't yet met anybody else. Not alive, at least.
He's so I will kind of let you, if you'd like to keep interrogating him, you're welcome to, but he
for now, no, I would.
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't want to ask him any complicated question. Just try to sort of just be reassuring and try to calm him down as best as possible, and perhaps see if I can get him to eat something. Maybe actually the paste is a better idea than bread or something else. You can just
he probably won't he probably won't willingly do it, but if you wanted to sort of force him to ingest the paste or something like that, you totally
I wait a little bit longer.
Okay.
Don't want to
No
violate
problem.
him any further.
What about the rest of you guys?
I would, while she was talking to him, I would have taken, seeing that he's okay for now,
just tried to take a look around and see if any of the things that they might have taken from him were in the room.
Yeah, roll me a
Somehow.
perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think Quinn would probably want to. Are these screens over here, the blue thingies?
So those are gonna be like desks and stuff like that. I guess as Quinn and Figboot begin searching around the room, you guys, Quinn is already sort of searching through the desks. It looks like, so you will, as he opens the drawers, he will find a kind of a plethora of broken technological devices, things that have sort of been left here for quite a while. They appear to be there's almost like a pile of them. Some of them are damaged and worn by time, too much to be identifiable, but if Quinn wants to roll me a perception check, he can attempt to identify some of these.
Yep. 4.
Not much. What's it called? Figboot. The best that you can identify is that among this sort of piles of stuff that have been kind of heaped into these desks, you can find a good deal of what must certainly be Connor's, because it does not fit like anywhere within the rest of the stuff here.
Sure.
Among his gear, you can find what looks like a dagger. There is a golden sort of amulet on a chain. You can find a bedroll, a kind of cold weather jacket, the remains of a backpack that has been sort of torn open and had most of its contents poured out at some point, and a small water skin.
Do I recognize the symbol on the necklace?
It's not a holy symbol or anything. Your guess is it's probably some sort of magical amulet that belonged to him.
Okay. I kind of, taking all that stuff together in my arms, I kind of hobble over to Robin and Connor, and I say,
Is this all yours?
Would I might actually recognize his amulet.
Yeah, you've definitely seen this. He's probably seen him wearing this before. I don't assume you'd be familiar with like all of his gear down to the down to the piece, but the basics you probably would be, like the amulet you'd be able to identify.
Was
Yeah.
there
What it actually does you don't know. What's up?
Was there a torch?
There was not.
Okay. So I go over and present all the stuff to them.
So if Connor doesn't react, then I would nod and say, well, I definitely recognize the amulet. It's his. I can assume that the rest also belong to him. Can't say for sure.
I kind of put it all at the foot of the bed as he's sitting there, and just let them go back to talking or whatever they're doing.
So, you guys, you have Robin. In the time that you've been examining him, you basically discovered that the reason Connor is having a hard time walking is it looks like his legs are just crisscrossed with these sort of surgical scars and incisions. They look like they've been sort of damaged to the point of being crippled.
Very quickly, aside from those mechanical devices, does Quinn find anything else in at the other desk?
No, at all. He found some junk, but he just kind of quickly sifted through it and didn't see anything that he identified. So he moved on.
Then Rowan would sigh and look at the others and sort of quietly say, "So what do we do now? We can."
Well,
he's not exactly in the shape to be transported, let alone walk on his own feet. I'm trying to think what would Quinn do. By the way, is there another door? No.
We need some sort of mode of transportation for him. I'm not sure that I can provide that at the moment.
I might be able to carry him.
That would put you out of combat, though.
Well, one way or another, it will put
Maybe-
us at greater risk if we have him with us, but I will
there is a
definitely
door.
not let him.
Yeah,
leave him here.
there
Oh,
there
there's
was
a door.
Yeah, there was another door in this chamber.
More door. Color code, please.
This door is also coded white.
Dang.
Oh, you know
When
what?
we're to listen. Oh,
Sorry.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No. I'm sorry. This door is not locked. The first one was. I read my notes wrong.
Oh, this is
So
not
this
locked.
door-
No, this is not a locked door.
Okay. So it has a white key code, but it is not locked.
No, this one doesn't have a key
Oh, okay.
card access.
Okay. I think he would first.
Oh,
listen,
no.
Listen.
and make sure there's no
Yeah.
Yeah.
death on the other side.
So you want to roll a perception check?
Yeah.
Go for it.
13.
Just doesn't hear anything. Silence.
Yeah. Then he open it just a little bit, just enough so he can see through.
Okay. Quinn can kind of he can see directly. There's a hallway directly to the north. He can see that sort of round chamber, the one with the broken elevator. There just seems
Okay.
to be more hallway here. There's
Okay.
nothing identifiable.
Okay.
Well,
Quickly
I
the.
feel
Go ahead.
I feel like we have Connor, but our answer to why the torch is all blur is deeper within here, and this elevator might be the key, but I'm not sure if we have the key for the elevator.
The other question is, do we take him back and then come back in?
Yeah, that was
That's
one
also
option.
another
Or-
question. Yes. I was because right now, if we have to carry him around, that kind of puts us at a disadvantage.
We should
Well-
probably take him back before we continue investigating.
How about this option? We could all get back to the control room and maybe give it a few hours. See if he after a few hours gets his wits back, as it were, and
Well, I think it was his legs that were the problem. Just
yes,
If he
but
could
he's
walk, we could
also not
just-
he's also not quite there, at least not right now. I don't know what kind of drugs they pumped him up with.
I think even if he was all there, he would still be a bit of a dead weight because of his legs. So
I'd rather get rid of him as quickly as possible.
I
Not in a bad way.
agree. I think perhaps we should go back up, make sure that he's okay, maybe get some more rest or provisions, and then come back because Torch has been out for a while and won't take us too long to go back up. But he, I don't know.
Well, I agree in general. The only question is, will those people, Seth and the others, will they let us come down here another time?
I would say yes, but I suppose we'd have to find out.
I mean, if it came down to it, we can just go and kill more of these little creatures.
I mean, to be fair, we can always get to that point. Ask if we'd be able to come back down, or if this is a one-time thing. If she says no, we turn around because we haven't technically left yet.
Yeah.
True. Very quickly, Eskren, the bats that are in this room, are they solid, or do they by any chance have little rolls?
They do not
wheels.
roll. They don't roll. No.
We need a gurney.
Nope.
What about those two bats that were in the other room with these still active?
No, those are like big surgical mechanical MRI machine type beds.
Can I make a almost sled that could be drug behind out of some of these bed sheets
Yeah,
and one of the tables?
That was also my next.
I assume so. Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps, I mean, maybe you can even use. I don't know how big or heavy the mattresses are, but maybe you can use that to put him on and then sort of use everything else to, almost like in a cocoon, It's probably getting.
I'd rather not cocoon him, but
Yeah,
we
not
can-
completely. He's probably gonna freak out.
He needs to become a beautiful
Put it-
butterfly in
put him
his
in it.
own way.
Cocoon and then just have him on your back like Yoda. He's too big for that, I think.
So what do you
I
guys
would be
want to do?
down.
Yeah, but I like
Maybe-
that idea.
Maybe we should stay here for a little bit. Go check out the elevator and see if we could even fix it, possibly. And if not, then we go back. And if yes, then maybe we try to move on.
I would prefer to go back, because the more that we mess with things down here, the more chances that we're going to have those tiny green halflings or another one of these robots. And if anything happens to him, when we could have avoided
Yes.
it.
Well, I mean, perhaps Quinn could just, without messing with any of this technology, maybe you could just take another look. It's right over there, so.
Maybe we could lock him.
I get
Looking
the
more hurt.
I get the feeling that by this point Quinn would have probably just walked off and to take another look at the elevator.
So Quinn wants to examine the elevator.
Yeah, once more.
That's fine. We'll put him in there. So Quinn has spent some time with.
Oh
this-
Jesus! For a second there, I thought that the green monster token was moving, even though it had the red X on it. I was like, oh my god, it's back.
Yeah, that's how I do things. The elevator itself, like I said, Quinn was able to discern that it had a couple different decks labeled on it. He notes that the floor itself seems quite solid, like as in it doesn't seem hollow below him. I'm just finding out where it is.
Oh, I have an idea.
What is it,
If-
Big Boot?
I'm not exactly
Alright.
sure how these work, but I could let the DM finish and then say
Yeah.
what I'm going to say.
So he's looking at this thing, and he can see what appears to have happened is like you notice the sparking tube that's kind of hanging out from under the panel, and as he kind of more closely examines it, he can tell that there's sort of and Robin, if you were there to explain this, there's sort of like a coupling link, which a kind of mechanical coupling link that has been torn free. It looks like in whatever impact that buried the ship. As he examines the cord itself, he understands that even though this is made out of the hard metal of glossite, the repairs would be fairly simple. It's basically a matter of reattaching the power cord to the panel to reactivate the entire system. However, he'd need to do that at a physical forge, and like he'd need to take the part out, take it to a forge to fix it, and then bring it back.
Well, could he take that thing out now?
Yeah, he totally could.
Would he know what kind? Would he know if a normal forge would do, or because that would be the irony if you actually need the the torch to fix that.
The metal, the coupling is made of and the panel are both made of glossite, which is sort of that sky metal.
damn it.
However, the metal itself could be theoretically be repaired without access to sort of the unusually hot fire of the torch itself.
Okay.
But it would require like a full forge, like an actual blacksmith's sort of smelting forge.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we
then
would
he's-
be able to take it up to Torch and
Yeah.
try to
Yes.
get somebody to work on
yeah.
it.
He just needs to make either a technology check or a strength check to tear it free.
Let me see which of the modifiers is better. So strength. Wait, what does he have technology? I've seen that before.
It's his knowledge.
Oh, down there.
Yeah,
down
yeah,
there. I've seen
it's
it.
his intelligence skill,
So
I believe.
this is a 3, and strength has a 2
Goddamn moth.
modifier. 21.
Yeah. So as he he's sitting there, it's gonna take him a little while because he's not just wrenching this free. He's actually got his scavenger's tools, and he's like physically unbolting this thing. But eventually, probably we'll say after about an hour of work, he can physically remove this coupling, and the disconnected wires are left behind. And he'll bring it back, and you can see where like the metal itself, the plate is sort of bent. It doesn't need, the reason this doesn't need a torch to like forge is because the metal itself is bent, but it hasn't been like torn, and it doesn't have to be physically like welded. It literally just has to be heated up and bent back into place.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, then he's going to pack that thing up.
Wait.
Yeah. What?
It just needs to be heated up and bent back into place.
Yeah, no, it needs an actual forge. Like, you can't just
Not
like no,
metal.
no, he doesn't have his smelting tools with him here.
No, yeah.
No, you'd need like hammer and actual.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you can't do it in the field, unfortunately.
Yeah, so okay, then he's going to pack that thing up, and so in that hour that it took him to remove the part, has Connor's status changed?
No, he hasn't gotten better. Yeah, it's going to take him an hour to sort of unbolt the thing and safely disconnect all the power couplings.
Okay. Karak, your temporary hit points go away.
All right, they're gone. Thank you.
I mean, in that hour, Robin would probably have tried to feed him something from those tubes, because she kind of has the hope that if he has a little bit in his stomach, that it might help him to.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten much more coherent in that time.
Okay.
He's still kind of rambling and raving and not exactly lucid enough to question.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't have a long rest. Otherwise, I could put him to sleep. But yeah, without violence. But yeah, let's. I like Tiger's idea with sort of using the sheets to craft something. What did you call it?
And
the
She
thing to
called it
pull.
a sled.
Did you say swaddle or something like that?
I think she said sled.
Okay. Yeah, but let's do that. I think.
Tiger.
Sorry, I'm struggling.
It's okay.
Dying. Don't die
A
on
little
us.
bit.
Don't die on us.
Am I making a sled?
Yes.
Yes.
Do that.
Okay, making a sled.
And then I guess we're going back the same way that we came. So once I guess that maybe the second half of the hour that Quinn that it takes Quinn to remove the part, that we can help Croc knot together the sheets, and then see if Connor is actually willing to.
Yeah, you can. He's not really physically capable of getting up and walking away. Like his legs are actually crippled, so he can attempt to fight, but not really. He can't really do much. If you wanted to sort of put him in a thing and drag him along the floor.
I mean, at this point, Robin probably wouldn't hesitate gagging him if he started to scream.
You could do that, yeah. I mean, he can't. Again, he's not really in much shape to fight back.
You know, she would definitely feel bad about that, but she also doesn't want to risk having him, I don't know, see whatever and then alarm something.
Okay. All right. So you guys wanna rig it up so you can sort of drag Connor behind you, and then are you gonna try and like leave the ship the way you came?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
let's see how far we get.
As you guys make your way out of the ship, you pass back up through the hallway here. Let me. Whoop, there we go.
I would pick him up through the hallway of blood so that he's not being dragged.
Yeah, no, that's you carry him back through the.
Well, we're cleaning up behind us, sort of.
Two birds with one stone.
You carry him back through the sort of blaster damaged robotic hallway and out the central chamber, and then you travel back through the. I'm gonna actually move you guys right here. You travel back through the large ring outside the Habitat Dome. It is a fairly arduous trek, and it's going to take you probably the better part of a day to actually get out, basically back through the Habitat Dome, across that sort of fake desert that you guys remember passing through, and the entire time, I'm assuming, kind of keeping watch for more skeletons that might ambush you. However, you do make it across without seeming to alert anything, and eventually you pass through the hallway that led you to the Habitat Dome, and then out into the Black Hill Cavern, the sort of large, empty cavern where the Skulk tribe has sort of made these makeshift trash huts in this dim light. You see them kind of moving about not long through your trek through this chamber, you will actually sort of be stopped and accosted by the Skulks, their leader Seth among them, and she kind of, like, she approaches you guys almost almost instantly, saying, like, with her kind of retinue around her, she says,
"You return from beyond the metal wall. None have done so before you."
Well, I
are
guess
a
we're
special
lucky.
group.
We found who we came to look for. However, if you would allow us, we would like to come back. As you can see, and I'm looking over my shoulder at Connor, this man is in no shape to continue without special help. See, we would like to bring him up. And oh god, out of character, guys, I just forget that we have to swim. Fuck.
I've been remembering that this whole time. Don't worry. I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. I have a plan.
I just had this. I just
Yep,
finished
I thought of it too. I
the
was
journey.
as
don't
soon
worry.
as soon as the you kind of show them Connor, Seth is gonna
This human, pale skin, he is the one who killed our leader, robbed us of our payment.
I look at the others.
Well, shit.
Remind me, was that a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, you are in charge now, isn't that a good thing?
It is the reason we are stuck here.
Why? I don't understand. Please explain.
If you recall, they explained this on your way in. What had happened is these Skulks lived in sort of like in essence the Underdark. And with their leader, who was apparently a powerful magician, cast the ability to fly on them, and they flew up through that sinkhole in the ground. And they
completely.
Yeah, it was.
I've never heard of that.
She explained it. I don't remember the exact terms, but she probably briefly explained it because you guys didn't necessarily delve into it. But yeah, essentially they flew up, and then their leader, they stayed here for a little while, and their leader got into it. Like, Connor's expedition came through, fought them, killed the leader, and that's how Seth got in charge. And now they can't fly back down their hole, so now they're stuck here.
Oh yeah, no, guys, did anybody else? I did not write anything down with. I just remember that they said they cannot go beyond that wall. But otherwise, I got the. They
chose not to go beyond the wall. They couldn't get back down the way they came.
Oh.
That's fine if you didn't write it down. I know we had this conversation because I remember doing it.
I remember it. I remember.
I'm sure you do.
Well, let's just say that Robin doesn't yet quite put her hand on the hilt of her rapier, but she's ready. She's taking a step back towards Connor.
Sorry, go ahead.
We would be, if we were to come back again, look, this man that we've brought back with us, you did not come with us, and if he attacked your people and put you and thrust you into this problem, we are very sorry. And you've been so kind and gracious to us in the past, letting us kill these little monsters and helping you out and you helping us out. We would love to continue this little deal if we could go back up to the surface, and then when we come back down again, I wouldn't mind assisting you in trying to get back to where you're from. But right now, we need to get back to the surface. If
I
you-
nodded that.
Your pale-skinned friend is not looking good. If you want to come back this way, you must bring payment for what he stole.
What kind of
He
payment?
stole something.
Yes, the purple-haired one paid us for her travel. He fought and robbed of it.
Oh, we can do that.
So what exactly was the payment?
Killing more things.
She
Gremlins.
I don't actually. I have to check. I have to find it on my notes.
What is the payment?
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
If you have to ask, you can't afford.
It's halflings. 3 halflings and a coat.
Fuck.
Everything is
They've
three
been looking
halflings in a
for them
coat.
for ages.
She
It all comes back to halflings.
she says,
Yep.
We want magic. Power that was taken from us. You bring us magic. And we will bargain.
They want a shrubbery.
A shrubbery?
"Oh shit!"
Get that.
And as that is going to happen, we are going to
Hey.
hear that subscriber announcement from Retrovirum, who's gonna subscribe on GameWiz. Thank you so much, my friend. Can we get some ED cheers in chat? Some ED love. Thank you guys. Nat 20s, ED gold, whatever you want. Just because, and I'm gonna tell you why that's awesome, is because that is subscriber number 5, which not only means that Retrovirum, you get some cool stuff, but also we have unlocked 5 subscribers on GameWisp, which means we get 3 new emote slots on GameWisp. So all of you GameWisp subscribers, you guys are going to get a whole batch of subscriber-only emotes, and those we're gonna have to work on those sometime this week. I don't even, or next week. I don't even know when we're gonna do it. But yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Fig Boot approves.
Uh,
Give the Fig Boot seal of approval.
all right.
Work.
So you guys, so what was the last thing that you said, Tiger?
It was bullshitting. I said they wanted a shrubbery.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
So you want magic? What sort of magic? We can't just pay you by killing more of those gremlin things. That was sufficient last time.
They were a nuisance. They have not returned. We want
Good job.
valuable magic. Bring us something worthy, and we will bargain. Unless our terms are not agreeable.
They're better than I expected.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Could we?
we're gonna get him back up to the surface
Could we
alive.
make a down payment?
What do you have to offer?
I go over to Robin and I whisper,
What about that necklace of Connor's? Is it magical? I don't know.
Askern, you said that I would probably have no idea what it
You don't know what
actually
it does. You just know that it's probably like an heirloom or something of his.
Would I know if it's magical?
Most likely, yeah.
And I lean down a little to Figboot and I
he's
say,
probably, yeah.
he will not like it. On the other hand,
He's probably
eye
out of
for an
commission
eye.
for a while. It serves his ultimate goal.
well, he brought us into this situation. He brought us into this situation,
What
so
were you going to say, Karak?
I was gonna say, it's not like he's, if he were still stuck back there, he wasn't gonna be using it.
Exactly. He's kind of
So
out
I'm
of commission at this point. So it's a good
I'm taking
payment.
yeah, so I'm as Figboot says, as I'm taking out the amulet and I say um I'm not, I believe this is magical, but forgive me, I'm not that familiar with the arcane. I believe it belonged to Connor actually, and now it is valuable to him. So at the very least,
Quite a repayment.
it would be a repayment. I believe it is magical, and I sort of hand it over to her.
She will kind of like, as you say it belonged to Connor, she'll kind of snatch it out of your hand, like look at it, kind of.
What is it, my precious?
She kind of like glares at it. She says,
It is acceptable for now.
All right.
Thank you. So
and then she'll kind of like take it and put it on her neck.
we'll be back then. We're good? Are we good? Oh, I do have one other question. Do you know of any other way back to the surface? Because we got here by swimming, and he's not going to be able to do that. I don't even know if we'll be able to again. So, I'm not sure.
She says,
The metal wall, the sinkhole, and the caves are the only ways out of this.
Was that where we saw those 3 paintings and we didn't go down one way?
I mean,
You think that's it?
You basically, you got Connor. No, Quinn did investigate the other way. Basically, there's only like the cave just leads one way. It doesn't branch off as far as you're aware.
So basically, it's either that sinkhole that we would have to actually fly.
Well, that goes down. You don't think that goes to Torch. That goes straight
okay, never
down
mind.
into the ground.
Okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha,
there's the
gotcha.
metal wall which leads out of this cavern, and then there's the cave that leads up to the surface.
So the metal wall they're referring to is the one that we just came out of.
Well, yeah, there's that one, and then there's the locked one on the other side. Yeah.
And are they saying that leads to the surface?
Well, it's a way out of this cavern. That's all. They didn't say to the surface. They
okay.
said out of this cavern.
Okay.
Well, I suppose we go back to where those gremlins were. To that
Whoa!
Didn't we
What?
didn't we already examine this door? Wasn't there?
There was a door by the gremlins, but we didn't open
I
it.
I remember it, but I think that Quinn looked at it. Out
Yeah,
of character, didn't he?
Quinn decided that was basically a bulkhead door that he could not get through.
Yeah.
Is that the door they're referring to, though?
That's the metal wall. You're pretty sure that's part of the metal wall. It just extends across. There's one here and one door here. The one that you just came from is open, and the other one is sealed.
All right. I think that's where we need to go.
Well, but if we cannot open that door,
We'll open it.
we don't
I
even know
believe-
if it leads. If it leads.
I mean, your guess is that it would lead back to the ship in some way. Because it's a metal.
It's a
door.
metal
It's a
door,
bulkhead
yeah.
door. I mean,
Wow.
For how long did we swim?
A while.
Because,
not very far. The entrance to the cave was literally like submerged in this lake, but the lake is essentially right in the center of town, so it's not. I mean, if you popped out of the water, you'd be like right in the center.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? How about one of us goes up and
yes, that's a good idea.
finds the cleric who gave us water breathing, and then come back with him or somebody else who's able to cast a spell. And
maybe get some
I could
help
go.
to lift. Yes,
Yeah.
I think that's advisable. Do we still have any water-breathing implements? I don't remember.
You had it
he
cast on
cast
you.
he cast
Yeah.
he cast it on us. I forgot his name.
Yep.
Well, I am a druid, but I don't think I have the
You guys-
capability.
I will let you guys know, because you may be sort of overthinking this. Swimming down into the water, not particularly easy. Swimming up tends to be a little bit easier, because you float to the top.
So the distance that we'll have to go.
It'll be a lot
not-
easier to swim to the surface than it would be to swim down
Yeah,
to the cave.
like enough for someone to not have to really use water breathing. Like they'd be able to hold their breath and just swim up. That's what we're wondering.
Yeah, I would still be worried about Connor, that he's completely panicking and just swallowing water and
Yes,
die
I
is
think
on
we
the
should
way
still
up.
go with your plan. I'm just worried about if Karak will go up, if she'll even make it without water breathing.
Have you seen my lungs?
No, actually. And I'd hope that I never do, because that would indicate you have an injury that allows me to see your lungs.
Fair enough.
indeed. So Karak, you think you can make it? It'll be faster when you go up.
More than likely. I'm the most athletic of us anyway.
Yes.
Well, we have to make it back into that cave first. So let's hope we don't run into any of these weird creatures on the way there.
That sounds like something somebody would say before they ran into weird or interesting creatures.
Don't
yeah,
jinx it,
yeah.
Karak.
I feel like you might already have.
So Astrid,
And I spit behind me on the ground, sort of in a superstitious gesture, trying to
We-
unjinx it.
we go back up to the cave, and
Mhm.
Karak is going to attempt to swim back up to the surface.
And find the
You say
cleric.
attempt, but it's going to be fantastic because I'm going to be able to do it. Like, really easy
Yes.
first try. First go.
She'll do it.
I'll even carry Kona.
Oh, no, wait. Just go by yourself.
Yeah, that would be the idea that only one of us goes and then gets help. Sort
Yes,
of
yes,
explaining
yes.
the situation.
Yes.
So, Karak, if
I'm
you
very
could...
good at explaining.
We trust you. For
Well,
now.
see if you can find any of the other council members. Perhaps a dwarf or the cleric.
Find Dolga, please. Make sure she's okay.
Did we actually get to that point, or are we just goofing off?
What?
Did we actually get back to the cave?
I
don't
assume.
know.
entrance.
Yes,
I don't
it's
know.
everything, yes.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
you can. So after you pay
Fast travel.
after you pay for the it's not very far. Once you kind of pay your way with the amulet, Seth will sneer at you but let you pass. And
Oh, when I pass by, I'm gonna say, "Looks good." It's like, keep going.
okay. They'll let you pass, and the cave exit, I mean, it's fairly easy to follow around. You just have to kind of loop up past that junk cavern with the paintings on it that you originally found, around the corner, and then you find the that little pool where you fought the blinding toad thing, and then the fire beetle beach, and then you're out, basically.
Very quickly,
Yes.
the corpse that Karak took the amulet from, was there anything left? Like-
Identifiable? No, not really.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
can't tell if it was human or
You're pretty sure
creature.
you're pretty sure it was a human, but you can't really tell who because its
Okay.
face had been mostly eaten.
Okay.
So you guys are basically standing on like the fire beetle beach. There's the water, the tunnel that kind of gradually fills up with water, and then there's like you have to swim out. So are you all going? Is one person going? What's the story
One
here?
person.
Karak is
Karak
going.
is going.
Okay.
And so when you get up, see if you can find the dwarven lady or the cleric or any other of the council. Explain them the situation, and that we will need help to bring back Connor, because I don't think he will be able to make it on his own. At least not without water breathing.
Okay, I'll make sure to look for somebody or dwarva or someone that looks important.
Someone from the council, yes.
If I just start yelling, eventually one of them will show up.
And let them know that you're from the party who went down the caves.
All right.
Eventually, if I just start shouting, I have Connor, somebody will show up.
All right. So you want to kind of take a deep breath and just jump into the water and swim back up.
Yeah.
All right. I will say that because you're a powerful orc with powerful orc lungs, you can easily make.
I mean, have you seen them?
Yeah, I actually have. You can easily sort of take a big gulp of air and just power swim your way kind of up into the middle of the lake, and eventually pull yourself out, wet and bedraggled and kind of covered in mud, but on dry land outside in the fresh air for the first time in quite a while. It is like late in the evening when you actually emerge from the caves, and so you're essentially standing on the beach of this lake in Torch. There's a road nearby. You don't know this area particularly well, but you know you're not far from the marketplace. If you wanted to sort of find someone.
Yeah, I'll go there. Some
Okay.
populace.
All right. So the first person that you actually you're kind of running. Are you like shouting? Or are you just looking for the first person you find?
A little bit of both.
Okay. A couple people will kind of come to your when you start shouting. Not really sure what to do. But one of them among them kind of push himself out from the crowd, and he says, "Oh, you Connor in bad shape. What's going on here? I don't know your face."
We just came back from under the hill. Need to talk to a council person, somebody of importance.
You came from
Not saying you're not important, but
you came from under the hill. Were you one of them? Were you one of them crews that went down into the caves? I heard there was some people that had gone in there. I actually wanted to talk to him.
yes, I am one of the people.
Oh, well, are you the only one?
No, there's more, and I need to help get them out. So if I could speak to a council person, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Right. Why don't you follow me? We'll head over to the Silver Disc. It'll be Joram will be over there, I think. Maybe Eldifer. Follow me, and he'll kind of like lead you quickly through town to the sort of tavern and gambling hall that is fairly popular. It's a fairly popular meeting place and watering hole in town. And he says, do you want to go? Should I go in and get him? Is it classified? What's going on here? By the way, Sandville Tread. If you came out alive and you have anything technological, that's my milieu. So I'm happy to help.
I'll shake his hand, and then just go in myself.
Okay.
He can come along, but I'm gonna go in too.
Okay. Sorry, that was a lot gummier than I expected it to be. So as you make your way into the Silver Disc Hall, let me change this. There we go. There are people talking. There's a lot of noise here. There's a lot of activity. It's sort of bustling. It's like a gambling den / tavern, and most of the city is here. And Sandville will kind of help you navigate through the crowd, and eventually you will find a familiar face, the sort of elven man who cast water breathing on you in the first place, Joram Kite. He's just sort of sitting in the corner at his own table, like reading a book and slowly sipping on like a mug of something.
What was his name? Joram?
Joram Kite.
Okay, I'm just gonna see him and go, Joram!
Yeah. Yes. How can I help you?
So we came back from our first pass of the expedition. We have Connor. We need some help getting him back
You
up
have
from the water.
you found Connor. Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
No, I'm
And-
lying.
What would you like me to do? I can.
You're the only familiar face I have here, and Scamp over there is very helpful, yet a bit talkative. I need some help to find council members to, one, I need you to cast. Can you come down there with me and cast water breathing on everybody so we make sure that Connor doesn't like kill himself with water?
That I can't do. But give me, he says, give me an hour, and I will do what I can for you. And you see him kind of, he kind of takes his sort of pack, the one that he slings over his shoulder, kind of sets it down on the table, and you see him very methodically open it and pull out a roll of parchment and kind of unfurl one on the table. Takes out a little ink pot and sets it down. Takes out a quill, kind of sets it down next to it. And then he takes out a book and kind of lifts it and puts it on the table and starts flipping open the pages. And he looks up at you as this is all set down. He says, I can use the spell once per day. I can scribe you a scroll with it so that you can cast it yourself. That's about all I can do for you. I am not going down into that water or that cave myself, unfortunately. I hope you will not hold it against me.
We will.
Absolutely not. Any help is appreciated. He's not in the best shape, so we're worried about him.
Very well. I will be as quick as I can. He turns and he says, you've already met Mr. Tret, I see. I suppose, Sanville, can you perhaps keep this woman company while I finish this? And he says, yeah. I'll make arrangements. I'll do whatever.
Forget about it.
So and then Joram will kind of slowly set to work, kind of scribing this spell onto a scroll.
Hey, Joram.
Sets his quill down. Yes.
Is there a way to keep this dry? I don't want to get down there and then like the ink run.
I have a scroll tube. That's the best I can offer.
Okay, I'll swim.
I can
quick.
make a scroll that has a spell
I can make
to
a scroll
keep the
that
scroll
keeps
dry.
the water. Yes, but then you'll need a scroll to keep that scroll dry. So, how long do you want this to take?
They just keep it in your mouth.
But
Someone
Karak
else.
just comes down with a bundle of scrolls. Okay, guys. Okay.
I mean,
No, we just have to find
We
the
only need
first
one. We only need one of these, actually. But
okay, thank you. I'll leave you be now.
Thank you. So he will set to work, sort of scribing his spell scroll for you, whereas Sandville will kind of like just escort you away from the table. He says, "So Jesus, how's Connor? I mean, he's been down there for a while."
Being down there and away from society has taken its toll. He's very fatigued. I'm not sure how his body actually is. I'm good at chopping bodies up, not necessarily anything else. That being said, I made sure that I carried him, back. So
That's, as well, I mean, good to hear he's in good shape. You and your friends, by the way, we haven't been introduced. I kind of live here, but I'm sort of a traveling merchant. I go from place to place. I sell technology, this and that. If you have anything, by the way, if you manage to come out down in that hole with anything interesting, I mean, I'm your guy. I can sell it. I can scrap it. Whatever you need. But
I got a box.
you got a box.
I got a box.
Hey,
Can you open the box?
I don't know. Can I see the box?
I still have
What's
the
in
safe.
the box?
What's in the box? I still have the box. It's in my bag, but I can't remember what exactly it is. Petra.
It's just a storage bin that has a color code white that we haven't been able to open
Yeah.
so far.
Okay. I'll plop it down on a table in front of him so you can check it out.
All right. Give me 1 second to find my note on this, because my inventory notes are in a different place. This was in C1. So I gotta.
Dude, this kid has a white card. I swear to God.
He'll kind of sit down and look at it, and he says, "Oh man, I've seen these security locks before. They're kind of tough. You find any of those key cards down there? Anything like that?"
Yeah, just not a white one.
Ah, right. Yeah, tough. I think I see maybe one in my day. But you're in luck. I got this, and he kind of pulls out this sort of metal. It looks like a little metal cylinder, almost like a chapstick or a small flashlight. And he says, usually when I got something that's locked, this thing will do the trick.
Okay, how many times can it be used?
It hasn't broken yet.
Okay.
And he'll take it in his hand and just like turn the thing, and just with a ching, like this whole kind of metal sort of contraption like comes out. And it looks like this like 10 lockpicks all like crammed next to each other. And he says, we got a little bit of time, so I'm gonna try this. It might work, it might not. And he'll kind of sit down, and you see him sort of like twist something, and like as he inserts this little tab, the card reader will like pop open, and he begins fiddling with like the mechanics inside. And because he's not busy, he's gonna take basically have no distractions. He's able to, with his tool, basically reroute the mechanics so that the box itself will like, you see the sides flip open, and he says, "Well, I mean, it's not that hard when you got time to look at it. Unfortunately, this thing, I can't do that with like everything. Like this thing happens is a small
Just
one.
as a disclaimer in case we
Yeah.
ask him.
No,
Yeah,
can't.
no,
Not with
steal it
everything.
from about to happen.
And he'll kind of say, but hey, it's your box. You get to open it.
A loot box.
All right. So I'm gonna
Hold down X.
cautiously
Explode in your face.
Yes, hold down
pop
X
it
and
open.
then it'll be like.
You pop
There's a
open the
hat
bin,
inside.
and you see a collection of things inside. There are these two. They're not like rolling around loose. They seem to be actually physically strapped down. There are these two spheres that are covered in like. They're not like perfect spheres. Like what they have these bands around the center, and what look like little either nubs or lights or buttons on the ends. There's one similar looking thing which is more like a cylinder, like a dark gray cylinder. And there's a third one which is like a hexagon or like a dodecahedron or something. There is also inside the box. It looks like something metallic, like almost like chainmail, is like rolled up into like a tube shape. And at the bottom of it, you see there is a long kind of square shape with these two prongs on the end, and the prongs actually look familiar. They look very similar to the sort of business end of the arm that flying robot swung at you not too long ago.
I'm gonna eye that piece.
He
But
says,
then
oh, hey, whoa.
you obviously have an opinion.
I mean, no, it's your stuff. Like, you do what you're gonna do with it. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I don't know if you can use any of this, but if you're looking to sell it, hey.
I'll consult the rest of the team, but thank you so much for opening the box.
Hey, if you need anything identified, I take silver discs and I take cash. So,
We have some of both.
hey, well, I'm usually here at nights, so hey, I'm here right now. What do you?
Oh, I can't make a bargain yet. Not without the rest of the crew.
Okay, hey, I appreciate it. Well, you enjoy your box, and I guess you go get your scroll. If you need those things sold or identified, you come to me first, right? Don't go to anyone else. I give you the best price.
No,
'Cause we're
I
friends.
will come straight to you.
You do it, please.
You helped me get here. I appreciate it.
He says, "Hey, Sandville Tret lives to serve." That's what they all say, right? I hope that's what you'd be saying. To everyone. Reputation is a man has only his reputation, you know?
Understandable. I understand that a bit more than others.
Okay, hey. And do you at this point you feel a kind of a hand on your shoulder, and Joram says,
Oh, thank God.
"This is your scroll. I don't know if you know how to use these, but I can't help you once you get down there, so try not to damage it."
Can you give me any pointers?
Yes. Read the scroll.
Okay. Can you teach me how to read?
No.
Okay, then. I'm gonna take this back down to them.
Okay. He'll hand you like this kind of sealed leather scroll tube, basically. And you know, he just kind of nods and goes to sit back down at his table.
So, I have a question
For who?
for him. I understand that this can only be cast once a day by you. But if we cast it down there, can you cast the water breathing on me tonight so I can go back down there? Or do I have to find another way?
No, this is my spell for the day.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that swim doable by somebody of my athleticism? Or is it? Am I able to get down there?
I've never been. I wouldn't know.
Fair enough. Hey, DM.
Yeah?
Am I able to get down there?
You can try.
Alright, I'll try.
Problem
Okay.
is that Figboot cannot cast that thing.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
What-
not your fault.
Would stripping my gear make any difference?
I mean, honestly, the metal would probably make you sink faster.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep everything on me then, because I don't want to leave it with
Take 2 stones.
buddy there.
Just weigh yourself down with cinder blocks. It'll all be fine.
So I'm gonna find like a big
That's
ass
Find them
actually
around
stone.
your
that's a good
feet.
idea. Like, yeah, just
Yeah,
like
no,
grab
big-
like big stones.
Yeah, big stone. I'm gonna get a big ass stone and just.
Okay,
like,
so
hold it.
you walk out of the Silver Disc Hall and down towards the lake. Yeah, hold on one second.
Once you get down there, you'll be like, but how am I gonna get them back up? We'll be like, it's okay, Karak.
All right. So you are standing on
I'm
the edge of the
trying so
lake.
hard.
You have your scroll. What do you want to do?
All right.
I should probably have moved it back
I'm
to the
gonna
torch.
put. Is the box completely sealed? Was everything inside dry?
Yeah. I mean, the box was like, it seems that the seal is fairly tight. It might let a little bit of water in, but it seems pretty all right.
If I closed it again, would I have to get Homeboy to unlock it? Or would it
You
be
don't.
okay?
No, you don't think so. You don't think the lock will re-engage. Like,
Okay, no, I don't-
he bypassed it completely.
Okay, so I'm gonna close it.
Yeah.
Try to open it again to make sure it works.
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah.
DM
No,
talk.
it's you unlock the case. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna put the leather in the case. I'm gonna put the case back in my bag,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try to go down just to keep it dry.
Okay. Roll me a
Athletics check.
Roll me a Constitution check and an athletic, or yeah, Constitution and athletics. Okay. 21 and an 18. Yeah, you kind of take a deep breath, and just as you dive right back into the water with a powerful sort of push of your arms, you are able to swim down fairly quickly towards the entrance of this cave, and you are able to swim down in there and regroup with your friends on the shore of this little beach.
Well, there she is.
Alright, I'm gonna. My rock is somewhere like back there when I let it go.
Just
I'm gonna
drop
open my
down the-
bag.
How did it go?
I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna open my bag. I'm gonna take the box out. I'm gonna open the box. I'm gonna hand the scroll
The
over.
box? How did you? How did you open it?
I made a friend. I can't remember his name. I call him Scamp.
And
He might not be fully legal.
He opened the case.
He opened the box. Also, I talked to Jorman.
Durham Kai.
No, I talked to the guy that cast the water thing on us, and I can't use the spell because I can't read. But
Oh, he gave you a spell scroll.
he gave me a spell scroll so we can put it on to
Connor.
Yes, Connor. I'm really bad with names.
On this
thing,
one.
The thing with the guy and, the person unlocked the thing for me, so I need to go down and give the item to the guy.
The only reason I remember Fig Boot is because he says his name 20 times a day.
There you go. It's what one must do. I don't want you to forget. Figment.
I look
I
at
don't
her.
think it's possible.
I look at her and I say, "What is my name?" Never mind. It's all right. and I
She's
said,
also
well,
Figboot.
Robin!
When you don't remember
I said-
someone's name, just call them Figboot.
pat her on her back. Yeah. And I said,
Alright, I hand
well,
over the scroll to Fig Boot.
Oh, okay. I can do this.
So I go over to Connor and I attempt to read the scroll. Well, I make sure everyone's ready to start swimming first.
Mm-hmm.
Are we all good to go?
yes.
I strap
Well,
everything
we
up
are.
and grab Connor.
Okay.
I cast water breathing on Connor Bane.
You can cast on multiple people, right?
What?
Yeah.
In the single spell scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's up to 8.
You can
people.
spread the
was it?
duration. You can spread the duration
Oh.
out.
How long
Okay,
does it last?
Then
I will tell you. 1 second.
Because we could probably drop him off, get our shit together, and then go back down without having to get it cast a second time.
The
True.
spell grants up to 10 willing creatures the ability to breathe underwater for a long time.
I think it's an hour or something.
24 hours?
24 hours. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you can
Yeah,
get
we
this
can-
this is in the Pathfinder edition, so you can basically cast on a whole bunch of people.
Okay.
All
Mhm.
right.
Oh, let's do that.
Alright, so I'm gonna grab Connor.
All right.
And,
I open the scroll and say Figboot. What? How many times? Like 5?
3.
5. 5 times. Right? Myself? Yes. So I'm like, Figboot. And then
Nothing happens.
thing. Oh, okay.
That's not how you cast. That is not how you cast a spell.
I open the scroll and I read what's on the scroll.
Yeah, no, there's
What about
actual
Figboot?
incantations. You're like, I've never done this before. This isn't how magic works.
I would just open the scroll and be like,
Figboot.
working.
usually when I say this, things happen.
something happens.
So you can't do this?
It's my magic word. Why isn't it working? Yeah. So no, I look at the scroll and eventually I just read what's actually on
Yeah.
the scroll.
So you are able to cast the water breathing spell,
Oh my god.
and with that, you guys are able to sort of, with your new method of respiration, you can sort of swim or walk yourself out of the cave and back onto the shore of the nighttime torch. It is fairly easy to get out of the cave once you have the water breathing cast on you.
And I'm
Well-
carrying Connor.
Yeah, you're like princess carrying him out of the water.
Yes. Because he is a beautiful princess.
Just swimming with your back legs and
It's
carrying
like
him at
it's
the
like
same
Beauty
time.
and the Beast right here.
Yeah, you just dramatically rise out of the lake, just holding him in your
The
hands.
water flowing down your body.
Beautiful.
It's
You
glistening
shake
in the
back your
moonlight.
head.
Get your heart out, Quinn. Not really. That was.
He's just
that was
like
not a
he's
thing.
covered in like wet cloth and it's
I
like
was gonna say,
sticking
he
to him
should
and yeah, he's like ah,
He should be like gagging right
yeah,
now.
he's like
and sort of-
trying to talk to like a wet rag and it's like oh god.
All right, let's get Connor back.
Yes, let's get him back, and then
Alright.
we have some time to see if we can find anything magical that might suffice to appease the creatures down there.
All right. So as you guys emerge from the lake, where is the first place you want to go? Where do you want to take him? Do you want to take him to the council? Do you want to take him somewhere to rest, or do you want to take him to his tavern or his house?
My
someplace to
Robin's
get healed.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robin's instinct would be to get him to the dwarven lady. She has no idea what
She would
kind
probably
of
not be.
powers
Yeah, she wouldn't. She wouldn't be at the council
Okay.
chamber. Like, she'd probably be at her house right now. I mean, you could take him to like.
Fitwood would like that.
There's probably a church.
Yes, but I don't think it's an appropriate location.
There's probably a church you can take him to if you wanted healing now, or you could take him like back to the foundry, so he could like, to his own place so he can rest, and Val would be there.
Yeah, perhaps we should do that, and then we can call for somebody else who's more medically adept to look after him. But perhaps seeing his daughter, hopefully, will help him.
I would be more comfortable taking him to the council.
But she won't be able to give him medical help. Besides, they're all in their own homes right now. I don't think anybody will
Yeah,
be
it's
in that
the
building.
middle of the night, so.
You'd suggest taking them to the temple or to his house?
To his house, where we found the first mechanical construction.
I
The
think a temple
mechanical
would be
construction is still it's still
better. Kind of a
there,
mess.
more than
No,
likely.
No, we took it. Actually, Figboot, you have his hat. Its hat. We took it apart. It's.
I
gone.
stored it in my room.
The
Oh,
last
it's
thing I think we should do is show him something that has anything to do with
Yeah.
technology.
That was in
I
his
think
house. Yeah,
we-
you can take him to his tavern if you wanted to, which is the foundry.
It's
I
right.
think-
It's right across from it.
It's
so-
across from his house, yeah.
I think we should take him to a temple to be healed and stay there and not at his house.
Well, I can go and I can go to Val and bring her over.
Well, she'd
Bring
be
her, yeah,
yeah, she'd be at the tavern.
Yeah.
yeah. She could come to the temple, but I'm not comfortable taking him back to his home or anywhere near it.
All right, it's agreed then. I would probably know where to find the next temple. Aspen?
Oh, sorry. Let me get my.
Tell me, young man, where can I find a temple for healing?
So the temple in town, there is sort of the Temple of Brig, which is that would be so that's the foundry over there. I think the brig is not particularly far from the foundry. That's at 12. Yeah, so that would be basically if you're coming out of the lake, it would be just around the big hill that leads up to the where the fire was burning. There would be the Temple of Brig. The Temple of Brig, is sort of decorated with like bronze wind chimes and sort of clockwork statues. It's like the oldest faith in here. In the city, and they it's almost like essentially the god of clockwork and things like that, but they can provide healing and stuff like that. They actually can kind of sell they can sell stuff, and they can also provide healing.
Yeah. Let's do
Is
that.
there any other temple?
You're worried about the clockwork?
That just doesn't seem like an appropriate place immediately. But...
There's probably like a small like all multi-faith kind of chapel, but it's not exactly manned by priests or anything.
All right, then the clockwork place it is.
Okay.
And actually, I don't know if it would be on the same way or not, but Robin would once they decided. Oh no, wait, the others probably don't know exactly where it is. Never mind. Would Quinn know? Could Robin
What?
just go off and go and get Val? But then my second thought is maybe the others don't know how to get to the temple. But maybe Quinn would know.
Quinn would know, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then let's do that then.
Okay, so you
the
want
three
to
of you-
so you guys want to take him to the temple, and Robin, you want to run to the foundry to grab Val?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll say that you guys can kind of you guys make your way into to the front of the temple. And as you kind of haul open these big sort of brass doors, kind of carrying Connor in, there will be almost an immediate sort of throng of activity as a couple of the acolytes that are still here, sort of late at the night, will quickly rush up. They say, what happened? This man is in bad shape, and they'll kind of like hurry him into one of the I guess like they have sort of rooms, they don't really have healing rooms per se, they just have sort of like bedrooms there, where they can kind of put him onto a bed, and just start tending to him as best they can. You will, Robin, you arrive at the foundry, and as you kind of pound on the door, you'll hear kind of, it opens and then like unlocks, and there's like a chain locking it. You see kind of a small face peek out. They say, "Hello, who's there?"
Well, it's me. It's Robin.
Oh, you're back. Are you safe? Is everything all right? You've been gone for like 2 days.
Yes, actually, I know, but can you come with me? We found Connor. He's alive, but he's not doing well.
You found him?
Yes, we did.
She kind of like immediately slams the door. You hear clicking, latching, and she'll kind of like swing it open. She got a jacket on, like buttoned up, ready to go. She's, where is he? Is he here? Did you bring him back?
Well, my friends brought him to the Temple of Brick, because none of us is able to heal him up properly right now. So, let's go.
She'll quickly sort of follow you into the night, down the street. Towards the temple, the acolytes are kind of doing their best. Eventually, Robin, you will kind of rejoin the group with Val in tow, and she arrives, and you can see she's almost on the verge of tears, seeing her adopted father sort of in this state. He is awake at this point. He's kind of like, you see, he's almost fighting as if in the middle of a fever dream. He's like babbling and incoherent, and you guys kind of arrive in the door, sort of looking at him as he's just sort of like sweating and in particularly bad shape. He's shouting something. You can't really understand.
If the others haven't done yet, so Robin would take aside somebody who seems to be in charge, and give them a slightly better idea of what we think happened to him, and that at the very least he was experimented upon, and so just something to explain his current situation.
The kind of the head acolyte, the one who seems to be providing the medical attention, she's kind of standing there in front of you and this sort of teary-eyed Val and the rest of the party, and she says, we thank you for bringing Connor here to provide service for him. He was always a good friend and loyal here. Unfortunately, I'm afraid his condition is very serious. I don't know what's caused it, but something has. He suffered a lot of injury and a lot of damage. It looks like he's not particularly coherent. Something is impeding his ability to think clearly, to act. It's not poison. We've already checked. It's
magic.
I don't think so. Do you know anything that he could have come in contact with? Do you know anything that happened to him?
I at this point, sorry, I would look at Quinn and sort of ask him if he has ever heard. I don't even know if he would know that, but if he has ever heard about people. Well, it's the first thing that we actually come into contact. So I'm mumbling to myself, and then wondering out loud if those things, the metallic man down there, if they did something with his hat, like physically, perhaps. I don't know if Quinn could give any further insight into that.
Quinn doesn't have a ton of medical knowledge, but he will say, I've seen a lot of things. I've seen robots and other horrors do strange things. I couldn't even begin to quantify the effects that he could be under right now. one of the acolytes says, "Sister, I think this may be this may give us a clue." And she'll kind of like direct your attention. You see, as they're holding his head down as he's kind of thrashing. He seems to have like a long scar that kind of runs along the side of his head from like here to about here. And she said, and it looks like there's some kind of like, it's not just like a straight scar. There's kind of some sort of like radiating line. She says, I think something's been done to him.
Well, that definitely wouldn't surprise me after everything we saw down there.
He and as this is happening, he's kind of like thrashing. He's kind of speaking, and he says, "No, you can't send me back. It's coming. I can't see it." And he'll kind of like, I don't know who's standing like nearest to him.
I don't know. It's probably like I've stepped aside a bit. Maybe Val or the acolytes.
Okay, he'll.
It might be me because I put him in the bed.
True.
Okay. Well, he'll kind of reach out and grab. We'll say he'll grab. He'll grab Karak and kind of like look at you with wide eyes, like bloodshot eyes, and he says, "I don't know how. I don't know why, but they keep saying it. Everything says it. Every word says it. Find divinity." And then he just kind of slumps back into the bed. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Dang.
Man.
But that is
divinity.
what is it? I don't know, man. But that is going
Wait,
to
we
be.
fought that before. Let me go through my notes.
You
Anyway,
may-
You
Yes.
go ahead. You go ahead.
No, that is
We
that is
definitely have.
that is going to be where we end it for the night. And thank you so much to everyone for hanging out. Also, I missed it before. Where's my Streamlabs? Thank you, Retrovirum, for the 1,500
Thank you.
bits. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
I would normally do
Thank
beers for
you.
cheers, but I don't have any beer with me. I just have sweet tea that is now
Aw.
very warm. But thank you guys for hanging out so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us in chat know what you thought about tonight's episode. We want to know your thoughts.
Dun.
Always. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Is it this one? No. It's one of these here. I never know which one it is. There. You guys can't hear it, but that's the dramatic music from
Dramatic
Sirenscape.
music.
But let us know in chat what you guys thought. We are gonna, of course, go around to our cast and get some thoughts and feelings from them, how they feel to be back out of the caves and in Torch for the first time in a while. And we'll start with you, Robin. What are you thinking about tonight?
I did not expect us to find Connor alive. I have to say that. Also, I first misunderstood the description of this thing he was in because I thought it was basically just a bust. And
Nope, it
had
was like a
nothing
tube.
else. Yeah. So yeah, it's just every time it's just we find out more things, but then at the end you just let more breadcrumbs, more hints fall, and so now I like it. It's all a big mystery, and we will have to find out what's going on. Actually, yeah,
Awesome.
excited to get back down there.
Do you want to tell everyone a little bit about who you are, what you get up to on the internet? All that? No.
Maybe.
No, it's all right.
So you can see my Twitter handle down there at p4000, and then every month. Right, today's Wednesday, right?
Today is Wednesday. That is
Sorry,
the case.
it was the end of the semester last week, and I directly just lose track of time. So on Mondays, you can watch me play D&D5E. No nonsense. What am I telling?
Dungeons and Dragons. Is that what?
No, not even that. Oh man, it's bad time for me, for little Robin. No, I'm playing what's it called? Mutant Year Zero, a campaign with that. not Dungeons and Dragons. That is what I'm playing on Mondays for the next 7 Monday because we lost one episode. Over on the Twitch channel Encounter Roleplay. So on Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, and it's pretty deadly. It's a post-apocalyptic world, and it's crazy, very crazy. So yeah, come and check that out.
Awesome.
And
Absolutely.
be
Yes.
here again next week.
Yeah.
Always here. This is don't do anything
Be
else.
here.
Just always here.
Always here.
Never leave your screen.
Never leave.
Absolutely.
Never
Go check her out on Twitter. Show her some love and thank her for being here and all she does. And next would be Scott, but Scott is dead, so we don't care about his opinions on tonight. So the opinions that we do care about are Zach. You can never leave. You can sign
can
out, but you
never
can never
leave.
leave. That was a reference.
Well, that was an interesting sesh. I like being Spider Boot.
Spider Boot.
Spider boot.
And yeah, no one nearly died like last time and ran out of healing spells. That was a
For
little bit better
once.
this time. I got a fidget spinner on my staff, so that's nice. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having a little bit of downtime and more time to talk with the other
Yeah.
characters
Mhm.
in character and do some narrative stuff
Same here.
because there's some stuff that Fig Boot would like to talk about. And yeah, it's just very interesting. There was something else, but
Was it?
I
Was there
forget.
anything else? Who are you? What do you do on the internet?
well, I'm Zach Clay. On the internet, I do a lot of things. This is only one of them. The other thing that I do is I'm also on Twitter, and you can see that by going down right underneath my name. If you know how to speak the English language, you can decipher that and find me on Twitter. Even if you don't, just type in the characters on any keyboard that you have, unless it's some sort of Spanish or German or Italian or Irish keyboard. 'Cause
We
apparently
have the
Irish
same
keyboards-
characters.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
worries
Never mind.
about
Then we're good. then we're good. Just type those characters in, and you may not necessarily understand what I'm talking about, but you know it's all good stuff, and you get to see my face, so you're like, oh, I guess that's good. And you're like, yeah. I DM a local group called Roleplay by the Bay, and during the summer we're going to be doing a lot of stuff, so watch out for that. And I like peanut butter because it goes nicely with a lot of things. And I have an afro,
Awesome.
but peanut butter does not go well with afros. That's
Actually,
a bad
I'm-
idea.
Don't put those together. No.
I'm not gonna lie, but I
no.
was actually thinking about having some peanut butter once we're done
Hey,
here.
thanks for
Oh.
following me, XP_Knight. Thank you.
Well, absolutely.
Someone could just follow me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
go check him out and show him
Big
some
boot.
love, and thank him for playing here. And last but not least, we have the tired but not dead Tiger.
Woo, woo.
I'm
He
not
is
dead yet.
Oh,
I'm not dead yet.
shut up! You'll be stone dead in a
alive.
minute.
I feel fine. My
I'm
name is
so
Tiger. I played Karak. I had a really fun time. It was actually nice because I tend to step back because between Robin, Quinn, and Figboot, they always have the talky parts, and you know, Karak's just always standing there keeping guard. She has no interest in the majority of it, so it was nice to kind of have my own little talky adventure for a little bit and meet Scamp because I can't remember his actual name.
Sandville Tret.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm having some difficulties, so I totally forgot Petch's name. So it's a good
That's-
thing I have Twitch open so I can cheat. I stream World of Warcraft. I stream Ark Survival Evolved, Pokemon, just a little bit of everything. Right now it's kind of on hold because I lurk at Renaissance festivals. So if you're going to the Tennessee Ren Fair or the last couple of weekends of Georgia Ren Fair, hit me up. You can find me at Tiger Rises on everything. Tiger Rises Twitch, Tiger Rises Twitter, and it's also in the chat because Firebringer Axel is a doll.
Yeah, he is.
How does he like do things if he's a doll?
I mean,
He's,
there's some voodoo
an
magic. I
automaton.
think. Yeah, it's cat golem spell. Well,
Okay.
absolutely, guys, go follow Tiger.
Jesus.
Go show some love. Thank everyone on our cast for being here. What? What?
I was gonna say I do a lot of shit posting on Twitter, so
Yeah.
it's generally pretty amusing.
Karak Orkbama.
What?
There we go. Karak Orkbama. That's her new name because her first name sounds like Barack, so it's Karak.
Or Kama.
My name is
Obama.
Askren, and I am your host and dungeon master here on Exploding Dice. I have been your host, guys. You've been watching Iron Gods. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. All of our new followers, all of our hosts, all of our friends. Thank you to our new sub, who is Retrovirum. I will get all that sub stuff sorted out real quick. I think you got an eyebrow twitch going on, Zach.
What?
You can find me here DMing twice a week. It's going to be 3 times soon, but right now it's twice a week. And Sundays we tend to do community stuff, one-shots, and other kinds of things. Definitely stop by tomorrow morning. I'm going to be doing some Diced Coffee, which is my little coffee time hangout talk show thing. And probably going to be playing some Warhammer Vermintide with followers and community members and other people. So if you have the game and you want to play tomorrow, stop by tomorrow afternoon, and we will be doing a whole bunch of that, and that's gonna be our day. And the last thing is don't remember to start up on Friday for Fuzzy Dice Extra with Margaret Crone. Once again, guys, if you have not already, hit that follow button, hit that giveaway link. We love to see you here. We thank you all for hanging out. Of course, don't go anywhere because we're gonna go on a raid. As Zach puts pencils in his ears, in his hair. I think we're going to. Who are we gonna raid right now? We're gonna raid my dudes with the bubbernauts. They're playing Shackled City right now, and you know what? Nope, we're gonna raid Unmade Gaming because they're on right now, and they need the love. So here is the thing: Unmade Gaming is doing some Blades in the Dark right now, so we want to show them some love. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to hit that link. I want you to jump into their chat. I want you to spam the hell out of the word Exploding Dice Raid. Let them know who you are and let them know who.
Soon.
What's up?
They have the same time. It's 7 to 10.
Then don't do it. No, don't do it. I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I think they also started at 7 p.m.
I literally don't know who's even
Easter.
on right now. Hold on, I'm loading more than should we raid them anyway? I don't know.
Or do they go until? I mean, let's try it. They might be.
Let's do it anyway.
They might be going until. Usually it's 7 through 10 for their channel.
No, let's do it anyway. I don't care.
Let's do it.
It's done. Here it is.
Let's do it.
Exploding Dice Raid. We go in there. Let them know where you're coming from. Of course, we will see you next time, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you so much. As always,
Thank you.
we'll see you next time. But don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you because he might
Open your box.
Oh yeah, he might open that box. He might get all up in your box.
What's in the box?
In the box.
Dense, what's in the box? We'll see you next time, guys. Take care. Bye.
Farewell.
Woo.